Welcome you all to the second season of Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022 by JagranJosh.com under the umbrella of Jagran New Media, the digital wing of Jagran Prakashan Limited, India's leading media conglomerate with pan-India presence and wide reader base. JagranJosh.com is widely acknowledged as India's leading education website with 25 million plus unique users per month. It is one-stop destination for students and young professionals, and its stated aim is to create factual and credible content to empower New India. Jagran Josh also frequently organizes socially relevant initiatives dedicated to students and youngsters, including those from vulnerable sections of the society, and caters to India's share of next billion users. Well, I am Smriti Rastogi, your host for the Mega Honors celebrating excellence in education. We appreciate you taking out your valuable time and being a part of this awards ceremony. With the COVID situation coming under control, we are fortunate to hold these awards physically this year and get an opportunity to meet you all in person. Season 1 of these awards have set high standards and created an industry benchmark for recognizing best practices in education during COVID-19 induced lockdown. Season 2 takes this legacy forward by recognizing exceptional work in education at a time when online and hybrid education has become the new normal. Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022 acknowledge and applaud the efforts of educational leaders, teachers and students who went beyond the mile and demonstrated excellence in the field of education. And to help us understand what these awards really mean, I would request my team to play the awards introductory film. Well, these awards are really important to all of us as we are celebrating excellence in education. We are
Jagran New Media welcomes you to the Season 2 of Jagran Josh Education Awards, an awards concept that continues to bridge the gap between conventional and innovative ways of teaching and learning. Today we celebrate and honor the heroes who went beyond the mile during the new normal to create inspirational stories of excellence in education. 3 award categories, 15 subcategories, and 750 plus nominations from students, educators, and educational leaders from all over the country. From community service initiatives, creative pursuits on social media, to innovations on science and technology, these awards go beyond the academic boundaries and also celebrate the extracurricular achievements of our stars and unsung heroes who created inspirational stories during times of change. An eminent panel of jurists from premier educational institutions and higher education institutions of global repute have painstakingly assessed the finalists in each award category. The winners have been chosen based on the jury decision and audience votes. In this season, Jagran New Media is also recognizing the contributions of select educational institutions through a set of special awards. As the world of education wakes up to the new normal, our winners along with finalists represent the undying spirit of students and teachers who were unstoppable during and after the pandemic. Let's come together to celebrate the achievements of stars from the education ecosystem who are inspiring the future generations. Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022, because some stories need to be told.
That was indeed a powerful start to the Season 2 of the Education Award 2022 by JagranJosh.com. Now, before we move ahead, I would like to thank our sponsors, our associate sponsors, Redmi and Sophos, travel partner Air Asia, networking partner Ku, retail partner Chroma, for making this beautiful evening possible and helping us celebrate the stories of excellence in education. Let me give you a brief on KOO. It is India's own multilingual micro-blogging platform that aims to democratize the voice of India. I would now request my team to kindly play the introductory audio-visual clip on our networking partner, KOO.
India, a land of 1 billion people, communicating and expressing in over 100 languages and thousands of dialects. Half of India is online and the other half is catching up fast. Yet, there was no social media platform that helped people connect and express themselves in their own languages, denying the majority in India a chance to express freely. Unfair? We thought so too. That's why we built KOO, India's very own social media platform, built to empower people online by helping them to connect with each other, to express themselves freely in a language of their choice. Experienced by over 15 million already, including the who's who of India, who are using KOO to directly connect with the majority of India, going beyond the English language. Built to break down all barriers of expression, KOO echoes the real voice of India. Here, connections are made easily with no judgments or inhibitions. KOO celebrates diversity, creativity, and quirks, connecting you to people like you. A social media app for everyone, not just a few. That inspires and empowers. Made in India, for the world. We are KOO.
Our heartfelt thanks for our networking partner, KOO. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce our jury, which has played a pivotal role in determining and acknowledging the most inspiring stories and recognizing deserving individuals for their outstanding contributions in the field of education. The winners for Jagran Josh Education Award 2022 have been determined with the help of public voting as well as the decision of our esteemed jury panelists. Let's get to know our jury members a bit better. I would request my team to play the clip for the same.
JagranJosh.com takes immense pride in introducing its eminent jury panelists for Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022. Lieutenant General Surendra Kulkarni, PVSM, AVSM and VSM Bar. General Kulkarni is a decorated army officer who has served the country for about 4 decades. Commissioned into the Armored Corps in 1975, he has been awarded the Param Vishisht Seva Medal, the highest peacetime distinguished service award in the Indian Armed Forces by the President of India in recognition of his meritorious service to the army. An alumnus of Mayo College, Ajmer, General Kulkarni has pursued his academic interests parallel to his army career. After graduating in economics from Ferguson College, Pune, he went on to achieve 4 master's degrees, including an MPhil degree. Since 2015, he is the director of Mayo College, Ajmer, one of the top all-boys residential schools in India. Professor Yogesh Joshi. Professor Joshi is presently Pandit Girish and Sushma Rani Pathak Chair Professor and Dean of International Relations at IIT Kanpur. He completed his BE in Polymer Engineering from Pune University in 1996 and PhD in Chemical Engineering from National Chemical Laboratory Pune and Indian Institute of Technology Bombay in 2001. Subsequently, he joined Benjamin Levitch Institute, New York, where he worked as a postdoctoral fellow for 3 years. In 2004, Professor Joshi joined the Department of Chemical Engineering at IIT Kanpur. His areas of expertise are soft matter, rheology of complex fluids, and polymer science and engineering. Recipient of many laurels including Distinguished Teacher Award of IIT Kanpur in 2018. an Academy Excellence Award for the Defence Research and Development Organisation 2019. Professor Yogesh Joshi is an elected fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Sciences. Professor Manish Thakur is presently the Dean of New Initiatives and External Relations, IIM Calcutta. A faculty member, he has been with IIM Calcutta since 2007. He has been awarded the Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao Award in Social Sciences in 2014. The Indian Sociological Society's Professor M.N. Srinivas Memorial Award for Young Sociologist in 2017 and the Indian Social Science Association's Professor Radha Kamal Mukherjee Memorial Award for Young Social Scientist in 2002. Professor Manish Thakur is also a member of the Academic Council of Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences or RUAS Bengaluru and sits on the Board of Studies of Tezpur University, West Bengal State University and Vishwa Bharati Shantiniketan. With more than 2 decades of experience in academia, he has been published in prestigious professional journals and is also on the board of IIM Calcutta Innovation Park. Professor Ambarish Dongre is a faculty member at the Ravi J. Mathai Center for Educational Innovation or RJMCEI at IIM Ahmedabad. He holds a PhD in economics from University of California, Santa Cruz, USA, and a master's in economics from University of Mumbai. He was also a fellow and a senior researcher at the Center of Policy Research, New Delhi, where he focused on the efficacy of various government initiatives at the ground level. At IIM Ahmedabad, Professor Ambarish Dongre regularly teaches courses on education policy, economics of education, and quantitative methods for undertaking research. Professor Deepa Mani is the Deputy Dean for Digital Initiatives and Executive Education at the Indian School of Business and a faculty in the Information Systems area. She completed her undergraduate education at St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi, and her graduate education from Carnegie Mellon University. She received her doctorate from University of Texas at Austin. Professor Mani serves as a senior editor at Information Systems Research. Her research articles have been published in leading academic journals and extensively featured in referred conference proceedings, edited book chapters, and popular media outlets. She works with industry to drive innovation and strategies for the digital economy. She also works closely with the central and state governments to explore the impact of technology interventions in areas such as education, healthcare, and urbanization. Dr. Monica Singhanya is Professor of Finance at Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. She is a graduate from Sri Ram College of Commerce, postgraduate from Delhi School of Economics, and a fellow member of ICAI. She has been awarded PhD in the area of corporate finance and taxation from the University of Delhi. She has undertaken postdoctoral research at Durham University, UK, and Heidelberg University in Germany. With over 20 years of experience, she has authored several books and research papers, which have been published in leading international journals. Dr. Monica Singhanya has been a speaker at more than 100 academic and corporate forums. Parikshit Bhardwaj heads content and strategy at JagranJosh.com. He is an educational content professional with more than 16 years of rich experience in creating solutions for new age learners. He brings transferable skills from diverse industries such as study abroad, publishing, e-learning, and online media. He has worked in content leadership roles with global brands like the Princeton Review, Sage Publishing, John Wiley & Sons, and NIIT Limited, and has traveled across Europe and the US on professional assignments. He is deeply passionate about building an ecosystem where the key stakeholders in education, students, teachers, and educational leaders find a voice on a common platform. At Jagran New Media, Parikshit and team are creating just that with Jagran Josh Education Awards. The distinguished panel of jurists has carefully studied and analyzed each finalist's initiative and selected the top contenders for the awards. Tonight, their votes, combined with public votes, will help choose the winners for Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022.
That was indeed greatly inspiring. A big round of applause for our jurors, everyone. And also, we have a special video messages from our jurors for the occasion this evening. Starting with Professor Yogesh Joshi's message. Can we have the clip, please?
Namaskar. Firstly, let me thank the Jagran Josh Education Awards Season 2 team for inviting me as a jury. It was an incredible experience. These awards recognize teachers and students who went beyond their line of duty during the testing times and achieve greater heights of excellence, not just in education or academics, but also in the extracurricular activities. Their initiatives are a source of inspiration even for the juries. I would like to convey my compliments to all the participants and heartiest congratulations to all the winners and finalists for their achievement. I take this opportunity to thank Jagran Josh for organizing such a wonderful competition and wish them very best for the future endeavors. I hope they organize many more such events. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Joshi, for your extremely kind words. They were definitely inspiring. Now we have our next juror, Professor Manish Thakur. I would request my team to kindly play the video.
It's my proud privilege to congratulate all the awardees who are going to get Jagran Josh Education Awards this evening in Delhi. As a member of the jury, I have been impressed by the type of work and the range of activities that they have been doing in different parts of the country. And some of them have walked the extra mile despite the challenges that the pandemic had brought to all of us. And I am also impressed by some of these leaders and innovators who have been inspiring many others in the field of education. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Dainik Jagran Media Group for having taken this initiative. I know that they instituted these awards last year, and this is the second edition of the awards. I'm sure that the Dainik Jagran Group will continue with these awards in the years to come. I wish them all the success, and I wish them and their endeavor the success in future. And also, I would have loved to be there this evening for the award ceremony, but given my other engagements, I will not be able to make it, so I regret that. But my success, my sentiments, my greetings are with them, with the awardees and the Dainik Jagran Media Group. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Thakur, for sharing your thoughts and your warm wishes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our next video message from our third juror, Professor Singhanya. I would request my team to kindly play the video clip.
Good morning. This is Professor Monica Singhanya from Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. It has been an absolute privilege to be associated with the Jagran Josh Education Awards Season 2. These awards honor educational leaders, educators and students who went beyond the call of duty, not only in academics but also in extracurricular activities and other socially relevant pursuits during the pandemic and thereafter as well. Their initiatives have been very, very inspiring as I went through the whole process of, selecting the best initiative. I would like to congratulate all the winners as well as the finalists. I would also like to thank Jagran Josh Awards and the team Jagran Josh for engaging me in this process, and I look forward to be associated in future as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Professor Singhania, for your encouraging words there. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the jurors for joining us in celebrating excellence in education. With that context setting, ladies and gentlemen, I would welcome a leader like none other, Mr. Bharat Gupta, CEO, Jagran New Media. He has to his credit more than 2 decades of rich experience in managing and turning around several media businesses across print, radio, ground activation, and internet. Under his able leadership, Jagran New Media is the fastest growing news and information company in the Indian digital landscape. In addition to his role as CEO, Bharat is also serving as director to the INMA South Asia Board, which is International News and Media Association. He is a governing council member at IAMAI, which is Internet and Mobile Association of India, and is the founding member of Digital News Publishers Association. In 2021, Great Place to Work recognized him as one of the India's best leaders in times of crisis. He played an instrumental role in the launch of India's first Hindi fact-check website, Vishwas.news, which has since expanded into 12 languages. In recognition of his achievements in the industry, he was awarded Youth Achievers Award at the 6th Global Marketing and Social Media Awards 2014, and under his effective leadership, Jagran New Media has over 18 awards to his credit in the year 2018. We are indeed obliged with your presence on this occasion and for being a part of Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022. I would request you now to kindly give the welcome address and officially set the tone for the evening. Thank you. A big round of applause, everyone, for Mr. Bharat Gupta.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second edition of JagranJosh.com Awards. It is lovely to see all of you in person. I think the last 2 years have been really, really taxing for most of us. And as a country, as a family, as a company, each one of us has gone through a tremendous journey. But despite these troubled times, I think it's important to have hope, be committed to a dream, and instill innovation that can change life. And I think that's what is the primary purpose of all of us. In these 2 years, 3 most important things which has happened is that, one, India as a country is getting younger. So 70% of Indian population is under 35. 2, the penetration now stands at 55%, which makes India the second largest internet population. And 3, that the technology, the revolution which this technology is introducing in terms of democratization of information. So how does our country shape up? And I think while there are tremendous opportunities, the real need of the hour is turning into an inclusive and progressive society. And that's what we aspire at Jagran New Media, to produce credible and factual content that provides knowledge, that and weaves the society into an inclusive and progressive society. I think at the same time, we realize that different audiences want to consume content differently. And that's when we thought that we need to move away from news into education, into health, into women, so that we are able to understand our audiences and introduce a deeper purpose, a better connect. And that's where Jagran Josh came in. It helps us to cater to the youth of India, the future of India, and helps them to take life decisions on where are the jobs, how do I prepare, what are the new technologies, what are the new courses. And a platform like this is designed to recognize the great efforts which are going in, the great ideas which are coming in, and how people are collaborating not only in India but globally to change this world. And today I'm proud to say that JagranJosh.com is over 25 million users per month, and it's growing, and the community is becoming stronger. And I think our objective of adding more and more authoritative voices with us in terms of the jury panel members or teachers and other relevant members of the society or students to take this task forward is going to really help us in the coming days. And I'd like to finally say that Mr. Ajay Bhatt, the Minister of State in Ministry of Defense and Tourism, is going to inaugurate the session very soon. So I'm just waiting for him to come in and take this ceremony forward. But till then, thank you all for coming in and encouraging us to hold these awards. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bharat Gupta. Those were really very encouraging words. And as Bharat has very rightly told us that the minister will be here, our chief guest will be here in a short while from now. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the panel discussion which we will be having in the second part of the event. Let me introduce the panelists, but before that, the topic of the panel discussion, which is very pertinent. The topic is developing skills for the 21st century, empowering India's youth to take on the future. And for this, we have our eminent panelists who will be here for the panel discussion. Let me introduce Dr. Madhu Chitkara, Pro-Chancellor, Chitkara University, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. She is a seasoned academician and an entrepreneur. I beg your pardon, edupreneur. Dr. Chitkara co-founded Chitkara Educational Trust in 1998 with a vision to impart quality education to seekers of the region. Under her leadership, the group has transformed into a trusted educational brand with 2 universities and 2 schools. A big round of applause for Dr. Madhu Chitkara. I would request you to kindly come and say a few words here. This would really be encouraging for all of us.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Bharat. I think you touched the main point, what for we are here, and since this is, I think, physically, first time we all are meeting after 2 years, and it was, I always say that it was such a great challenge, but I think kudos to Indian people that we took it as a opportunity and we come up with a great success. And I think it should be a great round of applause for all of us. We all should pat ourselves that it was a country with 135 crore of people, and then also the education was not declared as a 0 year. So all the students got their education, and that was a concern for all the educational institutes like us, that they should not be penalized, they should not be in trouble. So I think we all tried our best, all the educational institutes tried our best to give the best of the knowledge to the students, whatever best could be done from all of us in the education sector. So I think that was a great challenge, and we tried to do the justice. And thanks to, I think, Dainik Jagran, so because they are shifting to the education vertical, it's good that we are always there to be partner to them, and whatever best they want from us. It's a great initiative when they are selecting the students, those who have done good. I will give one idea to them also, that please start working on the startups, because now it is a time to talk to them. It is a time when they don't have to ask for the jobs, but they have to create the jobs for others. So now they should not be job seekers, but job creators. And for that, I think people like Dainik Jagran can help them out. They need seed money. There are so many young minds in the market, many great ideas. I will give you one example, that when we were talking to the startups, and more than 250 startups are working in our incubation centers, and they have tremendous ideas which is beneficial to the society. So I think we all should take the pledge today that now it is a time to help them out, and it will be a great service to the nation. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of this smart gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Madhu Chitkara. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second panelist, I would like to introduce Dr. Bhola Gurjar. He is former Dean of Resources and Alumni Affairs and currently Professor HAG in Civil Engineering Department, IIT Roorkee. He holds a PhD in the area of environmental risk analysis from India's premier technological institution, IIT Delhi, followed by postdoctoral research at Max Planck Institute in Mainz, which is in Germany. A very warm welcome, Dr. Gurjar. I would request you to kindly come on the stage and say a few words.
Thank you, Parikshit ji and Gupta ji and whole team of Jagran Josh for inviting me. I recall in the first edition we were together to start with it, and it is evolving in such a nice way that all of us are together and celebrating in a big way. The 21st century's skills remind me of thinking in a different way. We are not going to solve problems with the same framework of the mind which is creating some problems. Only small example I would like to quote here. You might be knowing about Sridhar Vembu, the distinguished alumnus awardee of IIT Madras and Padma Shri also. He has, taken his headquarters from New York to a small village in India. So these are the new trends, basically, of to achieve the sustainable life and to lead the life which is eco-centric, I would say, so that we can solve many problems in a different way. So let's see how things, move further. And I wish you all the best to awardees as well as the jury and all the audience. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Bhola Gurjar. And now, Mr. Ashok Pandey, Director, Alcon Group of Schools. Mr. Ashok Pandey is the Director of Alcon Group of Schools. He is the recipient of Extraordinary Leadership Award 2021 by the education world, listed by the Forbes India 2020 among the 100 top people managers. To sum up, he is a renowned school principal, author, speaker, researcher, and facilitator. A very warm welcome to Mr. Ashok Pandey. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. Mr. Pandey, I would request you to kindly come and say a few encouraging words.
Thank you. I think you are the star of the show this evening. I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I know Parikshit personally, so congratulations to you. Bharat is here. Jagran Josh has brought Josh in all of us. And if I ask all of you, how is the Josh? I know what the answer is. So how is the Josh? And we are all where? At Jagran Josh. So let us do this once more. How is the Josh? Where are we? At Jagran Josh. So all of you can tweet it, put it on social media, and let the whole world know that something is happening at Lalit, and all because of Jagran Josh. So thank you very much. I have been, in a way, knowing all what is happening for the last 2 years at Jagran Josh. Absolutely delighted at the young team doing something very, very extraordinary. Since I come from the school education sector, I'm particularly very touched by this thing that this is one organization, one media group particularly, thinking of recognizing the great work that the teachers are doing, particularly during the pandemic. And I think the whole world knows, out of the economy, out of the health, that is medicine and education, I think the fastest movers in adaptability and ensuring that the children of the world do not suffer this pandemic, teachers have done the great work. And Jagran Josh recognizing that great work is something that cannot be described in words. So thank you very much. I'm looking forward to the panel discussion, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pandey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would request Ms. Parveen Malhotra, author, columnist, and celebrated career coach, to come up on the stage and share a few words. But before that, a brief profile about Ms. Malhotra. She is India's top career counselor and columnist. Her immensely popular career query column in the print and electronic media reach an estimated audience of more than 50 million people. She is one of the most well-known and trusted names among students and parents when it comes to taking the right career decisions. A very warm welcome to you.
Hi everyone. It's so great to be in an offline setting. 2 years of COVID and I did online webinars for Jagran Josh. That was a great learning for me, and I think it was a great learning for all of us, because during the pandemic we all wore multiple hats. And I think the biggest hat that we wore was the technological hat, because we all had to willy-nilly, whether we liked it or not, had to become familiar with technology. And as far as the people who did this well, apart from the IT people whose job it was to do this, are the teachers. And really hats off to each and every teacher, because I'm not just speaking as a counselor, but I'm speaking as a family member in the house. I have one kid in the CBSE, one in ICSE, one in IB, and I sat through all the classes, surreptitiously, just to see how the teachers were performing and how the students were trying to get the better of teachers. I know my grandson, वो तो अपना डीपी लगा देता था और नीचे वीडियो गेम खेलता था, हाँ, और टीचर को पता भी नहीं चलता था. But nonetheless, everybody became a master of technology, and which was a great thing. And how you teachers rose to the occasion. I mean, you had your own children at home, you had fussy husbands at home, and all of that, and you had to prepare your online lessons, for which you were not so fully prepared, but you did such a super job. So absolutely, today's function is totally and fully dedicated to you. Great going.
Thank you so much, Ms. Malhotra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Mr. Swaraj Priyadarshi, Chief of Staff, Dexterity Global. Swaraj Priyadarshi is the Chief of Staff at Dexterity Global, a national organization powering the next generation of leaders for India through educational opportunities and training. He holds a bachelor's degree from Tufts University in the United States and is second in command at Dexterity. I welcome you on the stage.
Thank you so much for inviting me for this. I am quite young to be on this panel, on this esteemed panel, but thank you for finding me worthy enough. When I walked into the room, the first thing I saw was education, and the second thing I saw was leadership. And that really fired me up, because that's what we need today. That's what this country needs today. And this is where leadership belongs, right next to education. So this is what we have seen in the last few months, and this is what Jagran Josh has brought together, leadership. And the organization that I happen to serve, Dexterity Global, that's what we talk about. If there is one thing that we can do for India, it is we can bridge the gap between our education and leadership. We can enable more young people, not just to go to school, from middle school to high school, and from high school to college. We can enable them to identify what is it that they can contribute to this nation. And that's what we need today, and that is what I think all of you are epitome of. And I'm truly incredibly honored to be here, and I'm looking forward to learn quite a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this honor of inviting on the stage Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj, who heads the content and strategy at JagranJosh.com. Parikshit will be moderating the panel discussion, and also he is one of the jurors for the awards. A very warm welcome, Parikshit, to you also.
Thank you, Smriti. It's an honor to be present here and to be be the moderator of this August panel discussion. I'm this humbled to have accomplished panelists on this discussion, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting discussion in which we are going to go away with a lot of takeaways. It's a great opportunity and a chance to make a difference by discussing these ideas, because the topic of our discussion is about the skills which we will be requiring in the 21st century. I would be keenly looking forward to the panel discussion, and I welcome all of you and hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Parikshit, and thank you to all the panelists. We are definitely looking forward to that very informing, very intriguing panel discussion, which will happen in some time from now. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to invite the honorable guest, Honorable Minister for Education, Srimati Annapurna Devi ji, as our guest of honor. Srimati Annapurna Devi ji is not able to join us in person today, but will be addressing us virtually. But before we go on to the video message from इसके बाद एक साल बाद ही हुए विधानसभा चुनाव में अन्नपूर्णा जी ने जीत दर्ज की और दूसरी बार जीतने के बाद अविभाजित बिहार सरकार में वो मंत्री बनी। 15 नवंबर 2000 को अलग झारखंड राज्य बनने के बाद अन्नपूर्णा जी ने 2005 और 2009 में हुए विधानसभा चुनाव को जीता। 2013 में जल संसाधन मंत्री बनी और 2019 में अन्नपूर्णा देवी कोडरमा से सांसद बनी। कैन वी हैव द वीडियो मैसेज प्लीज?
नमस्कार, अभिनंदन। दैनिक जागरण समूह का, जिन्होंने शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में अभिनव और लाभकारी प्रयोग करने वाले शिक्षकों, छात्रों और शैक्षणिक संस्थानों को प्रतिष्ठा देने के लिए यह आयोजन किया है। जागरण जोश अवार्ड के प्रतिभागियों और विजेताओं को बधाई। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी देश की शिक्षा व्यवस्था को प्राचीन, समृद्ध भारतीय संस्कारों और परंपराओं से जोड़ते हुए वैश्विक और भविष्य की चुनौतियों, ज़रूरतों के अनुरूप सशक्त करने को प्रतिबद्ध है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति उसी दिशा में उठाया गया एक दूरदर्शी और मजबूत कदम है। मैंने पाया है कि दैनिक जागरण का नियमित पृष्ठ जागरण जोश छात्रों को अध्ययन, रोजगार और शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में अभिनव प्रयोगों से अवगत कराने के लिए महत्वपूर्ण दायित्व का निर्वहन कर रहा है। काफ़ी हद तक मैं इसे नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के लिए जागरूकता उत्पन्न करने वाला एक मंच भी मानती हूँ। हमें गर्व और कृतज्ञता की अनुभूति होती है जब मैं यह देखती हूँ कि हमारे शिक्षक समुदाय ने अपने समर्पित प्रयासों से कोरोना महामारी से उत्पन्न कठिन परिस्थितियों और चुनौतियों को अच्छी तरह से संभाला है, ताकि महामारी छात्रों के भविष्य निर्माण में बाधा न बन सके। यही कारण है कि शिक्षकों को भी डॉक्टरों, नर्सों जैसे अन्य लोगों के साथ साथ कोरोना योद्धा की श्रेणी में माना गया। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत सरकार ऐसे समर्पित और निष्ठावान शिक्षकों और उनके नवोन्मेषी प्रयासों को प्रोत्साहित कर लगातार शिक्षा में नए प्रतिमान गढ़ रही है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति इस दिशा में एक शानदार कदम है। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में सतत शिक्षा को लेकर कई कारगर प्रोत्साहित करने वाले कदम उठाए गए हैं, ताकि इनोवेशन को बढ़ावा दिया जा सके और हर बच्चे को गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा मुहैया कराई जा सके। मुझे बेहद खुशी हो रही है दैनिक जागरण ग्रासरूट स्तर पर शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में उल्लेखनीय काम करने वाले शैक्षणिक संस्थानों, छात्रों और शिक्षकों को पुरस्कृत कर रहा है। जागरण जोश एजुकेशन अवार्ड शैक्षणिक संस्थानों, शिक्षकों और छात्रों के लिए भविष्य में प्रेरणा का स्रोत बनेगा और उन्हें लगातार बेहतर करने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करेगा। संयोग से यह कार्यक्रम वासंती नवरात्र और हिंदू नववर्ष की पूर्व संध्या पर आयोजित हो रहा है। मैं आप सबको हिंदू नववर्ष और वासंती नवरात्र की शुभकामनाएं प्रेषित करते हुए इस आयोजन की सफलता की कामना करती हूँ। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी कल यानी 1 अप्रैल को परीक्षा पे चर्चा के माध्यम से 10वीं और 12वीं की बोर्ड परीक्षाओं में शामिल हो रहे छात्र छात्राओं को तनाव से मुक्त होने और आत्मविश्वास बढ़ाने का मंत्र देंगे। मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है कि दैनिक जागरण प्रधानमंत्री जी के इस पहल को आगे बढ़ाने में भरपूर सहयोग करेगा। मुझे खेद है कि मैं इस कार्यक्रम में शामिल नहीं हो सकी, लेकिन मैं अपनी ओर से विजेताओं और प्रतिभागियों को ढेर सारी बधाई प्रेषित करती हूँ और मेरी अपेक्षा है कि दैनिक जागरण समूह भविष्य में भी ऐसे कार्यक्रमों का आयोजन करता रहे और समाज में उत्कृष्ट मापदंड स्थापित करता रहे। धन्यवाद, आभार, जय हिंद।
I thank the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Srimati Annapurna Devi ji, for her inspiring words and for taking the time to address the Jagran Josh Education Awards ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes from now, our chief guest for the event, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji, is going to arrive, and then we'll officially inaugurate the awards evening. Let me give a brief introduction of Ajay Bhatt ji. श्री अजय भट्ट केंद्र सरकार में रक्षा मंत्रालय और पर्यटन मंत्रालय में राज्य मंत्री हैं। वो नैनीताल उधम सिंह नगर से सांसद भी हैं। 2017 में राज्य चुनावों से पहले उत्तराखंड विधानसभा में विपक्ष के नेता के रूप में कार्यरत थे। उन्होंने एक मंत्री के रूप में उत्तराखंड सरकार में कई विभागों को संभाला है। उत्तराखंड में श्री अजय भट्ट जी बतौर मंत्री कई विभाग संभाल चुके हैं और उत्तराखंड में कैबिनेट मंत्री स्वास्थ्य आपदा प्रबंधन भी रहे हैं। वो भारत सरकार की कई समितियों जैसे रक्षा संबंधी स्थायी समिति और सदस्य, सलाहकार समिति, स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय से जुड़े रहे हैं। Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes from now, we will be officially inaugurating the event as soon as the chief guest for this evening, Mr. Ajay Bhatt ji, arrives. And ladies and gentlemen, the chief guest has arrived. Shri Ajay Bhatt ji is here. It is definitely a very encouraging evening as we are celebrating excellence in education. Something which is deep-rooted in all of us. Education is something which bears torch not only for the society, but for the youth of the country, and something which we always look up to. We could have started a quick chit chat with our winners, with everyone in the auditorium, in the hall. But since the chief guest is here, a big round of applause, everyone, for our chief guest, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji. I would request Mr. Bharat Gupta, CEO of Jagran New Media, to kindly come on the dais and officially set the tone for the evening.
Thank you. नमस्कार अजय जी, थैंक यू सो मच। आज आप हमारे बीच में आए और आप हमें इनकरेज कर रहे हैं। जैसा कि आप सब लोग जानते हैं, अजय जी एक वरिष्ठ बीजेपी के नेता हैं। इन्होंने ग्रासरूट लेवल पे बहुत ही चमत्कारी काम किया है, जहाँ पे इनोवेशन और एक कनेक्ट यूज़ करके जो इन्होंने एक बदलाव लाया है उत्तराखंड के अंदर, वो सबके सामने स्टैंड आउट करता है। आज अजय जी हमारे बीच में मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट एंड मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस एंड टूरिज़्म है, एंड इनके पास एक बहुत ही बड़ी वेल्थ है जिसको मैं चाहूँगा कि आज हमारे साथ शेयर करें। जैसा कि हम लोग अभी पहले चर्चा कर रहे थे कि भारत जो है एक यूथफुल नेशन होता जा रहा है, एंड यहाँ पे 70% पॉपुलेशन अंडर 35 है, और जैसे इंटरनेट का पेनिट्रेशन अब बढ़ रहा है, उस टेक्नोलॉजी से क्या बदलाव आ रहे हैं, उससे हमारी दुनिया कैसे बदल रही है, क्या नए इनोवेशंस आ रहे हैं, एंड वो टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ कर करके हम कहाँ पे क्या नए चेंजेस ला सकते हैं, ताकि एक भारत एक ट्रू सेंस में एक इंक्लूसिव और प्रोग्रेसिव कंट्री बने। एंड इस पूरे प्लेटफॉर्म का जो चिंतन है या जो हम लोग को एक पैनल डिस्कशन करना है, वो इसी मुद्दे के ऊपर है कि कैसे हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ करके एक नया इनोवेशन लाएं, और भारत जो आज विश्व का सेकंड लार्जेस्ट इंटरनेट पॉपुलेशन है, वो इसी तरीके से और ज़ोरों से आगे बढ़े और विश्व में नंबर 1 बने, क्योंकि हमारे पास यूथ है, हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी है, और हमारे पास एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। बट कैसे हम उन सब चीज़ों को जोड़ें, आई थिंक वहीं पे सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है। एंड मैं बिना ज़्यादा समय लिए अजय जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि वो हम मंच पर आए और हमें एड्रेस करें। थैंक यू।
Ladies and gentlemen, I would request our dignitaries, our chief guest Shri Ajay Bhatt ji, Mr. Bharat Gupta and Gaurav Arora, Mr. Rajesh Upadhyay ji and Parikshit Bharadwaj to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting. Mr. Gaurav Arora, Mr. Rajesh Upadhyay. Light is a universal symbol of truth, knowledge, and understanding. It acts as a guide and keeps us from stumbling in the dark. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that this light helps us in finding our paths towards our meaningful endeavors. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we are officially setting the tone for the awards night. Thank you, everyone. And now I would request Mr. Bharat Gupta to kindly present a shawl and tulsi plant to our chief guest, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji. Mr. Bharat Gupta will present a shawl and tulsi plant to our chief guest. I would request the dignitaries to come up on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to welcome our chief guest, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji, this evening. Although our chief guest needs no introduction, here are some highlights from his illustrious political career. श्री अजय भट्ट जी केंद्र सरकार में रक्षा मंत्रालय और पर्यटन मंत्रालय में राज्य मंत्री हैं। वो नैनीताल उधम सिंह नगर से सांसद भी हैं। 2017 में राज्य चुनावों से पहले उत्तराखंड विधानसभा में विपक्ष के नेता के रूप में कार्यरत थे। उन्होंने एक मंत्री के रूप में उत्तराखंड सरकार में कई विभागों को संभाला है। उत्तराखंड में श्री अजय भट्ट जी बतौर मंत्री कई विभाग संभाल चुके हैं। वो उत्तराखंड में कैबिनेट मंत्री स्वास्थ्य आपदा प्रबंधन भी रहे हैं। वो भारत सरकार की कई समितियों जैसे रक्षा संबंधी स्थायी समिति और सदस्य सलाहकार समिति, स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय से भी जुड़े हैं। ये हमारा आज का सौभाग्य है कि आप यहाँ पधारे हैं। मैं आपसे अनुरोध करूंगी कि मंच पर आएं और अपने विचार हमारे साथ साझा करें।
भारत माता की जय। जागरण न्यूज़ मीडिया के CEO श्री भरत गुप्ता जी और जागरण न्यू मीडिया के एडिटर इन चीफ श्री गणेश उपाध्याय जी, सम्मानित जूरी के सदस्यगण, देश के अग्रणी शैक्षिक संस्थान शिक्षक व उपस्थित सम्मानित सभी सज्जन भाइयों बहनों, मैं अपने को बहुत सौभाग्यशाली समझता हूँ कि दैनिक जागरण जोश अवार्ड में मुझे आने का मौका मिला। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आदमी कोई ऐसा कार्यक्रम नहीं होता है, वहाँ भी अपने आप खिंच के चले जाता है, और कभी कभी बहुत दिव्य भव्यता होती है, कार्यक्रमों में जाना होता है, आप नहीं जा पाते हैं। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हाउस ख़त्म हुआ है और एक ऐसा रहता है जब फंक्शन में जाते हैं तो दिन भर के कपड़े बदल लो, वो बिल्कुल बैठने में यूँ हो जाते हैं, फलाने हो जाते हैं, एक साइकोलॉजी होती है। तो मैंने अपने PS हैं उनसे कहा कि 2 मिनट हाथ मुख तो धो लें घर जाके। उनका नहीं साहब, टाइम ही नहीं है, आपको तो बहुत पहले जाना चाहिए था। हमने कहा चलो ये तो ऊपर वाले की मर्जी है, यहाँ लाना होगा और आज ही आना होगा। समय यही फिक्स था, नहीं तो 6 बजे बोल रहे थे, क्योंकि हमारे वहाँ कहा गया है एवरीथिंग इज प्री डेस्टिन। आप सब जानते हैं कि सब पूर्व निर्धारित है। बहुत अच्छा कार्यक्रम आपका है। और फिर जो हमारा प्रेस जगत है पूरा, वो तो एक आधार है लोकतंत्र का, हमारा एक बहुत ही, जिसे चौथा स्तंभ कहते हैं, और वास्तव में बहुत चीज़ें हैं। मैं अपने से शुरू करता हूँ। अगर किसी ने कोई गड़बड़ करी, राजनेता ने या समाज के किसी व्यक्ति ने, करारी चोट। किसी ने अच्छा करा, उसकी खूब तारीफ। कोई विशेष काम कर रहा हो समाज में तो उसको ऊपर उठाना, अपने आप उठता है, आपने देखा होगा। और किसी ने बहुत गलत काम कर दिया, देश के अहित में, राष्ट्र के विपरीत या कोई अन्य काम, तो वो नीचे बैठ जाएगा हमेशा के लिए। कुछ चीज़ें तो सरकारों को तक पता नहीं होती हैं जो प्रेस को पहले पता लगती हैं। आज जो कार्यक्रम आप कर रहे हैं, जागरण जोश अवार्ड, मुझे जानकारी जहाँ तक मिली है, जैसा कि आपने अभी बताया कि 70% से 70% से ज़्यादा हमारे इस समय यूथ हैं, और यूथ ही हमारे भविष्य हैं। मैं आपको सच बता रहा हूँ, यहाँ पर बोलने में कोई गुरेज नहीं है। ऊपर वाला ऐसा है ना, कोई इसमें आप कोई हिंदू होंगे तो दूसरे देवता को मानते होंगे, कोई अगर अल्पसंख्यक भाई होंगे तो वो मोहम्मद साहब को या कोई और मानते होंगे, कोई क्रिश्चियन होंगे तो वो और मानते होंगे, जीसस क्राइस्ट या जो भी मानते होंगे, अपने अपने। या फिर हमारे कोई सिख भाई होंगे तो वाहिगुरु को मानते होंगे। लेकिन ये कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जीवन की, सब फिक्स करी हुई हैं, वो अपने आप ले जाता आपको जहाँ जाना होगा। जैसे आप प्रेस में कई लोग आए हैं, पत्रकार बने हैं, मुझे बड़ी शौक थी, मैंने लिखा भी पहले बहुत, मैं कॉलम भी लिख रहा था। आपके दैनिक जागरण में मेरा एक कॉलम राष्ट्रीय उसमें 2 साल पहले छपा था। मुझे गवर्नर आजकल हैं वहाँ के पश्चिम बंगाल के बॉम्बे के, महाराष्ट्र के भगत सिंह कोश्यारी जी, उन्होंने कहा यार अजय तुम ऐसे ही बोलते हो पतली आवाज़ में, क्या तू लिखता भी है क्या? मैंने कहा हाँ भाई साहब मैं बहुत पहले से लिखता हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत, अब जो समय नहीं मिल रहा जब से राजनीति में आया। अच्छा तेरा चित्र लगा है यार इसमें। मैंने कहा अच्छी तरह पहचानने वाला है कैसा? नहीं नहीं साफ दिखाई दे रहा है। मेरी इच्छा तो थी कि मैं लिखूं, पत्रकार बनूं, सारी चीज़ें लिखें, अच्छा लगता था कि हम एक अंदर से हीरोइज्म लगता था कि हम उघाड़ के रख रहे हैं बातों को, चिथड़े कर देंगे जो गलत कर रहा है, एक अंदर से एक वो हुक जैसी रहती थी। लेकिन भाग्य ने कहाँ पलटा खाया। मैंने कभी टिकट नहीं मांगा, मैं आज आपसे सब प्रेस के लोग हैं, एक प्रभु की ऐसी कृपा रखी है, उन्होंने ऊपर वाले ने मांगा ही नहीं। 96 में बचे सिंह रावत जी एक डिफेंस मिनिस्टर रहे यहाँ MOS, उनको टिकट मिला और उसके बाद विधायक हट गए। वो तो मुझसे कहा नहीं आप विधायक का यहाँ है ही नहीं, जबकि विपरीत परिस्थितियों में सामाजिक समीकरण थे। मुझको रानीखेत एक जगह है, अगर आपको पता होगा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट अल्मोड़े में, अगर आपने कोई एन ऑटोबायोग्राफी ऑफ ए योगी बुक पढ़ी हो, योगी कथामृत, तो उसमें जिस केप का जिक्र है वो रानीखेत के पास है, पांडखोली में। आज दुनिया पागल होती है उस केप को देखने के लिए। तो मुझे कहा कि इसी को लड़ाओ। मैं वकालत करने वाला, मेरी पत्नी वकालत करने वाली, मेरे बच्चे वकालत करने वाले, तो मैंने कहा कहाँ लड़ा दिया। सूट में रहते थे, सूटेड वोटेड। और जब मेरा नाम आ गया तो मुझे एक नैनवाल जी हैं दिल्ली में, उन्होंने कहा आपका नाम चर्चा में है। मैंने कहा मेरा कैसे, टिकट तो मांगा नहीं। उन्होंने कहा पता नहीं यार, बड़ी तेजी से बाहर हवा आ रही कि अजय भट्ट कौन है वहाँ। मैंने कहा ऐसे कैसे हो गया, थोड़ा सोचते रहा, मैंने कहा वैसे ही चल गया होगा। और दूसरे दिन अखबार में आ गया। मैं ऊपर वाले की कृपा बता रहा हूँ। मैं इसलिए जो यूथ जिनको अवार्ड मिल रहा है उनके लिए विशेष बोल रहा हूँ कि प्रभु कहाँ ले जाएंगे पता नहीं है। अब जब आ गया तो सूट में रहने वाले टाइट हो वकील जैसे रहते हैं, चाहे साला मिल भी नहीं रहा हो, कुछ आ भी नहीं रही हो फीस, लेकिन उनकी हनक रहती है सब लोगों की। वकील जो साहबान हैं, नए नए जाते हैं हम लोग, तो उस समय उनका ले टाई टोप सूट, उसने कहा हाँ पढ़ा, इसमें ये है, इस केस में ऐसा है। एक आध जो मिल गया तो अच्छा लगता था। कहाँ गांव घरों की वकालत, छोटा सा हिल स्टेशन, यहाँ दिल्ली में तो बहुत एक्सपोजर है। अब कपड़ों की बात कहाँ से लाएं? गांधी आश्रम नीचे था, मेरी पत्नी ने रात ही कपड़े सिलवा दिए। दूसरे दिन जैसे ही नाम आया, आज रात तक आ जाएंगे। अब कौन पहने कुर्ता पैजामा? हमको तो शर्म लगती थी, कभी पहना ही नहीं, या तहमत पहना, शाम को सोते समय ऊपर से कोई वो डाल लिया, तब घर में रहे। अब कुर्ता पैजामा पहन के बाहर कहाँ जाए? जैसे ऐसे नहीं डालते, क्या हो रहा आपको, यूँ नहीं फेंकते बच्चे को। जब भीड़ लगी थी बाहर, जय जय हो रही थी, तो मुझे आज भी याद आता। मैंने कहा मैं बाहर ये सब कुर्ता पैजामा, अरे उन्होंने कहा कुर्ता पैजामा, मैंने कहा मुझे झेप सी लग रही है, साइकोलॉजिकली मैं वीक समझ रहा हूँ। ऐसे पकड़ा अंदर से, यूँ मारा बाहर को, जाइए बाहर जाइए। और बाहर गए और तब से लेकर आज तक कुर्ता पैजामा। आप कभी कभी सूट पहन लेते हैं, गर्मियों के दिन होते हैं तो बहुत सारी सूट है वकालत की। तो ईश्वर ने जो बना रखा है ऊपर वाले ने, वो जाता ही जाता है वहाँ। तभी मैंने कहा एवरीथिंग इज प्रीडेस्टाइन्ड, सब पूर्व निर्धारित है, कुछ भी कर लीजिए आप। इसलिए मैं उन बच्चों को जो आज अवार्ड ले रहे हैं, पता नहीं आप में से कौन वैज्ञानिक बन जाए, कोई पायलट बन जाए, कोई इंजीनियर बन जाए, कहाँ प्रभु ले जाते हैं, कोई नेता बन जाए, कोई राजनेता बन जाए, कहाँ ले जाते हैं, कोई लेखक बन जाए, नहीं जानता। ये हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, कर्म हमारे हाथ में है। हम कर्म कर सकते हैं, ये नहीं कि कर्म भी नहीं किया ऊपर वाला दे देगा। भाग्य में है, प्यास लगी है, गिलास रखा है, अगर मैं कहूँगा आजा गिलास, बोतल मेरे मुख में चले जा, प्यास लगी है, आजा बोतल मेरे मुख में चले जा, नहीं जाएगी, उठा के यहाँ तक परिश्रम करना पड़ेगा। तो इसलिए मैं जितने भी आज जिनको अवार्ड मिल रहा है, उन युवकों को विशेषकर कहना चाहूँगा कि ये भी एक कल्पना जो करी है दैनिक जागरण ग्रुप ने, मैं उनको बधाई तो दूंगा ही दूंगा, नहीं तो कल्पना कहाँ आती है, बिजनेस चलते रहता है। उन्होंने कहा छोड़ो यार, कौन पढ़े, होटल में खर्चा भी हो रहा होगा, बिल भी जाता होगा, कहीं ना कहीं कोई हेड होती है, वो चलिए वहाँ से हो रहा है। लेकिन कल्पना कैसे दी भगवान ने कि नहीं, अपने युवकों को हमने अवार्ड करना है, उनको उत्साहित करना है। इसलिए मैं उनसे कहना चाहूँगा कि पता नहीं कब कौन ले जाता। यहाँ की ऐसी व्यवस्थाएं हैं, किसको कहाँ कैसे उठा दें कोई नहीं जानता है। मैं समझता हूँ कि गुप्ता जी, भरत जी या फिर हमारे उपाध्याय जी, कभी आपने नहीं सोचा होगा हम यहाँ जाएंगे। हाई स्कूल इंटर में जब पढ़ रहे होंगे आप, जहाँ भी रहते होंगे, जो पृष्ठभूमि होगी, लेकिन ईश्वर की ऐसी कृपा हुई, लाते 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 यहाँ ले आए तो आप रम गए। आप और जगह आपको आनंद भी नहीं आएगा। तो ये बड़ी कृपाएं होती हैं। अब्दुल कलाम जी के बारे में मैं पढ़ रहा था कि ऋषिकेश वो कोई टेस्ट देने के लिए आए, उनसे और लोग निकल गए, वो नहीं निकले। एक कोई बाबा के पास गए या कहीं गए, उन्होंने कहा चिंता मत कर, तेरे लिए बना नहीं है। मैं उनकी आत्मकथा में कहीं पर पढ़ रहा था, आई मे बी रॉन्ग, मैंने गलत पढ़ा हो या क्या पढ़ा, मतलब ऐसी थी वो हिस्ट्री। तो पढ़ा तो आते 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 देश के कहाँ DRDO से ऊपर गए, कहाँ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से गए, और आज विश्व में आज अथॉरिटी बने हैं। अब आप देख रहे जितने रॉकेट वॉकेट जितने उड़ रहे हैं, आज उनकी कृपा है। पता नहीं भगवान कहाँ को पलट दे, किसी को कहाँ से कहाँ तक पलट दे। न्यूट्रन के बारे में साइंस के स्टूडेंट होंगे, कैसे सेव तो गिरते रहते हैं नीचे को, कैसे दिमाग में बात आ गई, कैसे क्या आ गई। कई चीज़ें ऐसी हैं। अब जहाज बना जो कहते हैं, वो तो पहला जहाज हमारे वहाँ बना बम्बई में, आते आते उसका श्रेय किसी दूसरे को मिल गया। कई चीज़ें तो भारत में हुई हैं, हमारे वेद शास्त्र तो भरे पड़े हैं इससे, कई चीज़ें हैं। तो हमारी माइथोलॉजी जो इंडिया की है, कोई जाति धर्म कुछ भी हो, लेकिन सबके अंदर है, उसका एक ही है कि मनुष्य का चिंतन बड़ा हो, चाहे हिंदू है, मुसलमान है, सिख है, ईसाई है, सबकी मंजिल एक है, राह एक है कि अच्छे मानव का निर्माण करना, अच्छी बातें अपने अंदर लाना, और ये बात को यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ जो है सब जानते हैं कि एक न एक दिन हम सबको जाना ही है। जब रिटायर होके या कोई बड़े बिजनेसमैन पैसे वाले शौक से बताते हैं, ये मेरे पहले बेटे का, ये दूसरे का, ये तीसरे का, चौथे का, 2 बेटियां मेरी बाहर पढ़ती हैं, उनके लिए ये बना दिया जब आएंगे। मैं और बुढ़िया ऊपर रहते हैं, बताते हैं, थोड़ी देर में और खुशी होती है, दोस्तों को बता रहे हैं, और शाम को सोते 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 ऊपर वाले का तार आ गया तो सोए मिलते हैं। सुबह सुबह मिट्टी हो गई, कहा रो क्यों रहे हो, अब तो गए, ये कुछ नहीं रहा, बाहर रख दो। तो सत्य तो यही है, यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ है। लेकिन इसके बावजूद कर्म करना तो नहीं छोड़ना है। अगर कर्म करना छोड़ दें, सब यही सोचें कि जाना ही है, अब कुछ नहीं करना है, तब तो फिर कहीं नहीं जाएंगे। हमारी सीमाएं असुरक्षित हो जाएंगी, दुश्मन अंदर आ जाएगा। कोई आपसे जेलसी रखता है तो वो कहेगा कहीं ना कहीं पर ठीक हो गया आप, अब देखते हैं इसको। क्योंकि अपना दुख अगर आप किसी को बताएंगे, दुनिया हंसेगी थोड़ी, कोई आपके ऊपर रहम करने वाला नहीं है। इसलिए हिम्मत से चलना पड़ता है। इसलिए मैं उन बच्चों से कह रहा हूँ जो आज जिनको अवार्ड मिल रहे हैं, कि क्या पता ईश्वर ने क्या सोचा है इसी माध्यम से आपके बारे में, कहाँ आपको निकलना है। आप गायक जितने भी थे, लता मंगेशकर जी से लेकर, या फिर आप कोई कैसियस क्ले हैं, मोहम्मद अली बॉक्सर से लेकर, जो बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, जो रेसर हैं, उनसे लेकर, किसी को भी किसी फील्ड में जेवलिंग फेंकने वालों से लेकर, किसी को देखिए जो टॉप मोस्ट खिलाड़ी हैं या जो टॉप साइंटिस्ट हैं, उनके बारे में पढ़िए, या जो लेखक हैं, कैसी कैसी परिस्थितियों में बने हो। अब देखिए, नोबेल पुरस्कार पहला रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर जी को मिला हमारे वहाँ, आप सब जानते हैं, विद्वान लोग हैं। उसकी रचना कहाँ करी उन्होंने? काव्यांजलि की, गीतांजलि की शुरुआत कहाँ करी? नैनीताल जिले के अंदर, किसी को पता नहीं है, और वहाँ आज भी टैगोर टॉप रखा हुआ है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी उनकी जो भी यूनिवर्सिटीज होती हैं 7-8 या 5-6 उसके कुलाधिपति होते हैं, उसके वो भी हैं। अब वो नैनीताल में वहाँ खुलने जा रहा है, उस जंगल में, रामगढ़ के जंगल में, सेव के बगीचों के बीच में। लिखा था भाग्य में। उनकी अकेली मूर्ति लंदन में लगी हुई है, जो राइटर हैं वहाँ के बहुत बड़े, उन्होंने अपने वहाँ पर सजा के रखी है, किसी की नहीं है और कहीं। कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं हमको पता नहीं होता कुछ चीज़ों के बारे में। तो ये सब ऊपर की प्रभु की या जिसको भी मानते हैं उसकी कृपाएं हैं। कर्म करते जाना है, कर्म छोड़ना नहीं है। कई चीज़ों के बारे में जानकारी नहीं है। मैं अभी गया था तवांग में, तो तवांग में गया था तो जसवंतगढ़ करके एक वहाँ है, बड़ी सुनने की बात है, कुछ लोगों को पता नहीं है, नई पीढ़ी के लोगों को पता नहीं होता, पढ़ना चाहिए जसवंतगढ़। तो वहाँ जब चाइना का वार हुआ था, पहले वाला उस समय का, क्या हुआ कि चाइना बुरी तरह से हमारे ऊपर टूट पड़ा। अब भाई बचाने के लिए जाना ही पड़ता था। पीटी शू पहने हैं आपने, हल्के वाले जो कपड़े के आते थे, बर्फ गिरी है, आपके पास साजो सामान है नहीं, आई गए बहुत नीचे तक। लेकिन एक व्यक्ति ऐसा था, जसवंत सिंह, वो डटा रहा और 2 बच्चियां उसके साथ थी, लड़कियां। वो गोली डालती थी, यहाँ भी आपका, यहाँ भी जगह जगह पर आपके बने हुए थे जो वो बनते हैं, और यहाँ से भी गोली मारी उसने, यहाँ से भी मारी, यहाँ से भी मारी। तो चाइना की फौज को 72 घंटे रोक दिया और उनको लगा कितने लोग हैं, ये तो कह रहे भाग के, यहाँ तो सब भरा पड़ा है। और आपने देखा कि उसके बाद जब पता लगा, जासूसों से पता करा कितना है, उन्होंने कहा अकेले है वहाँ, 2 लड़कियाँ हैं। तो उन्होंने घेर डाला और उनको मार डाला। जब मार दिया, अंत में भी उसने वो यहाँ से पकड़ के फेंकने वाले रॉकेट होते थे, तो उससे फिर गिरा दिया नीचे लोगों को, कई लोगों को। जब चाइनीज वहाँ आए तो अधमरा हो गया था, तो टेलीफोन के तार से फांसी लगा दी। इस पर भी रहम नहीं आया। वो इतने खींचे थे कि इसने 300 हमारी फौज मार दी अकेले, तो उन्होंने उसकी गर्दन काट दी। कम लोगों को पता है, ऐसे भी वीर हुए हैं। और गर्दन काटने के बाद वो अपने वहाँ ले गए। बाद में चाइनीज का एक रिवाज अच्छा है, जब देखा उनके कमांडर ने ये इतना बहादुर था, इसने इतने मारे, तो कांसे की वो बना के भेजी, कोई अच्छे मेडल की बना के, उसकी पूरा सिर बना के भेजा। आज जसवंतगढ़ है, अगर आप कोई जाना चाहें, टूरिस्ट प्लेस हो गया है। बिस्तरा लगाया जाता है रात को और उनके पॉलिश करे जाते हैं सुबह, सारा रखा जाता है साजो सामान। और आप देखेंगे, सुबह उठ के देखेंगे तो सब सलवटें होती बिस्तर में और जूते कीचड़ में रंगे रहते हैं। और कोई जवान अगर सो जाता है तो उसको वो ऐसे मार के कहते हैं कि जागते रहो, ड्यूटी दो। ये सत्य घटना है। वो अपने घर देहरादून आते हैं, 4 सिपाही आते हैं, उनका बिस्तरा बेड वैसे ही लगा रहता है। वो जितने दिन की छुट्टी आएंगे अपने घर रहेंगे, उनकी फित्ती चढ़ते जाएंगे, हवलदार से काफ़ी ऊपर बढ़ गए हो। उनकी तनख्वाह उनकी माताजी को आती थी, अब उनकी डेथ हो गई है, उनके भाई उनको जाती है। बाद में पेंशन उनके जो वारिस हो गए उनको जाएगी। ये चीज़ें कम लोगों को पता है, लेकिन होगा ना उसके भाग्य में लिखा हुआ। एक साधारण सा सिपाही आज उसको आइकॉन मानते हैं वहाँ। ऐसे ही सिक्किम में भी एक बाबा हैं। तो ये कई चीज़ें ऐसी हैं कि प्रभु पता नहीं किसको कहाँ ले जाए, मैं नहीं जानता, इसको आप भी नहीं जानते हैं, ये उसके हाथ में है। इसलिए जो आज अवार्डी हैं यहाँ पर, मैं उनसे कहना चाहूँगा कि पता नहीं भगवान कहाँ ले जाते हैं। आपने सुना होगा कभी कि रिक्शा चलाने वाले का बेटा IAS बन के आया। आपके ही प्रेस के माध्यम से मैंने भी पढ़ा। आज भी वो कहीं पर पहले DM बने, उसके बाद कहीं और जगह पर हैं। और उनसे लोगों ने कहा कि IAS बन गए, इस गाड़ी में बैठो, इस गाड़ी में बैठो। उनका नहीं, जिस रिक्शे ने मुझे बनाया है मैं उसी में बैठ के जाऊँगा। अब बड़े हो गए, कौन रोक सकता। IAS हैं, सेक्रेटरी बन गए होंगे, कहीं आगे बढ़ गए होंगे, आते आते यहाँ चले गए होंगे, क्योंकि भाग्य में लिखा था और रास्ता दे दिया भगवान ने। इसलिए कहा है कि हारिए न हिम्मत, बिसारिए न राम। मैं सब उनके लिए, बच्चों के लिए बोल रहा हूँ जिनको अवार्ड मिल रहा है। एक से एक लोग चले गए, एक से एक लोग चले गए। धीरे 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 करके हम आत्मनिर्भर हो गए। क्या नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कभी सोचा होगा कि जिनको कहते हैं कि ये चाय बेचते थे, मैं जैसे ट्रेन में जाता हूँ, चाय चाय ले लो, चाय कहते हैं, तो मुझे एकदम से ध्यान आता है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी भी ऐसे ही बेचते होंगे। माता जी कहीं घरों में पोछा लगाती है, कहते हैं हमारे घरों में भी तो मेहरी कभी पोछा लगाने आती है। लेकिन सब पूर्व निर्धारित था, आना होगा। विश्व ही नहीं, भारत ही नहीं, विश्व में आज रेटिंग में नंबर 1 पर आ रहे हैं। कोई हम थोड़ी दे रहे रेटिंग भारत के लोग, कोई चिढ़ता होगा पॉलिटिकल, कोई वो करे, करते रहे, किसी के विचार नहीं मिलते होंगे, करते रहे, लेकिन जो सत्य है, सत्य को झुटलाएंगे कैसे? आ रहा है ना, बन गए, यहां तक पहुंच गए, ईश्वर की कृपाएं हैं। तो इसलिए मैं कह रहा था, जो मेरे बारे में नहीं जानते होंगे, मैं अपने बारे में भी बता रहा हूं, भगवान ने ऐसा चमत्कार कर दिया कि 3-4 बार मुझे विधायक बना दिया रानीखेत जैसी जगह से, और उसके बाद 2007 में मैं चुनाव हार गया, क्योंकि मैं पहला केस शायद होगा भारत का जो नेता प्रतिपक्ष और अध्यक्ष रहा हो किसी स्टेट का। मैं अपने वहाँ गया ही नहीं, इतना विश्वास था सभी जीतेंगे, तो पीछे से फैल गई कि ये आता, अब जो अभी से नहीं आ रहा कल आता है, 2-2 पदों में है। लेकिन मैंने कभी टिकट नहीं मांगी, और आज मैं वहाँ से यहाँ आते मैं कोश्यारी जी के लिए लगा था, जैसे बता रहा हूँ, मेरा नाम आ गया, MOS डिफेंस बना दिया, टूरिज्म बना दिया। ये चमत्कार नहीं है तो क्या है? बेलचा भी मैंने लगाया, कंकर भी मैंने तोड़े। मैं सबसे कहता हूँ, हीरो बनो, ये कपड़े हपड़े पहन के ऐसे हीरो नहीं, दिल से हीरो बनो। सब काम करेंगे, एक एक चीज़ काम करेंगे। मैं उन युवकों से, युवतियों से, जो बहनें और भाई आए हैं आज, उनसे कह रहा हूं कि सब चीज़ माता पिता जो कर रहे हैं, उनका प्यार है। अपने पैरों पर खड़े होइए, अपना नियम होना चाहिए, टाइम टेबल होना चाहिए, उठने का, बैठने का, व्यायाम का, पढ़ाई का, लिखाई का। IAS बनना चाहते हो तो कोचिंग ले रहे हो तो उसको तन मन धन से लो, दिल से लो, यहाँ से लगा के लो। नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल, है ही नहीं कोई असंभव। मैंने तो अपने से देख लिया है, कोई असंभव नहीं। सबसे अच्छा उदाहरण कोई देखना चाहिए तो इस देश के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को देखें, जो चाय बेचने वाले थे, आज बुद्धि विवेक ज्ञान में दुनिया उनसे पूछती है। कई जगह कहीं कोई बात आ जाती है तो उनकी तरफ नजर जाती है। और आपने देखा कि हमारे अब्दुल कलाम जी, जो हमारे बीच में नहीं है, मैं उनका नाम ले रहा हूं, उनकी बात आती है, फलाना किसने किया, उन्होंने किया, इसको किसने किया, ये किया, DRDO में क्या किया, इन्होंने किया। आज आते 7 सालों में देश का कायाकल्प हो रहा है। कम लोगों को पता है कि पहले से हम बाहर से लाते थे आर्मी का साजो सामान, कील, कांटा, गोली, सब चीज़ें। आज 72 से ज़्यादा देशों को हम बाहर को भेज रहे हैं। 2020 में सिपरी नामक संस्था ने एक सर्वे करी 2020 में, देश छांटे गए कि टॉप कौन है जो आज एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं सेना के साजो सामान, रॉकेट, जहाज, फाइटर। हम भी ले रहे हैं बाहर से, लेकिन बाहर को डालने वालों में, एक्सपोर्ट करने वालों में जो 25 नाम आए 2020 की सर्वे में, भारत भी उसमें आया। कुछ तो हुआ होगा, आखिर हमारी चीजें बाहर जाने लग गई। आज तक हम बनाते नहीं थे। जो लोकल का वोकल, वोकल लोकल, जो भी कहते हैं, जो कहते हैं कि लोकल की चीज़ों को बढ़ाओ, आत्मनिर्भर हो, बात तो सही है। कोई परिवार, कोई संगठन, कोई घर, अगर वो आत्मनिर्भर नहीं होगा, रोज लाओ यार तू भी दे दे, लाओ यार तू भी दे दे, कर्जा ही लेगा, कुछ दिन बाद उसके अच्छे दोस्त भी पीठ मोड़ेंगे, वो आ गया है बचो इससे, वो आ गया है बचो इससे। ये स्थिति हो गई थी। आज कम से कम हिम्मत से तो चल रहे हैं। ये हर प्रतिष्ठान पर लागू होता है कि अपने को अपने पैरों पर खड़े करना, चाहे कैसे ही करो। चाहे, मैं तो कहता हूं कि कई लोग घर में बैठे रहते हैं, पढ़ लिख के, अरे मैंने कहा कुछ तो कर लो यार, कुछ तो करो, इतनी ऑप्शन से खुली हुई हैं, कुछ तो बनो। जो करते हैं वो आगे बढ़ते हैं। कभी आपने सुना होगा घर से भाग के गए और आज वो बहुत बड़ी फैक्ट्री के ओनर हैं। मैं एक आदमी को जानता हूँ, वो गुजरात में है, पांडे, रमेश पांडे। तो शादी होने पर वो शर्म के मारे मैं कहाँ से खिलाऊंगा, क्या करूंगा करके 20 रुपए थे उनके पास। आज से करीब 30 साल पहले गुजरात चले गए, कहीं काम किया, कहीं वैसे किया। धीरे 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 आज जो पाइपलाइन चलती हैं गैस की, मैंने सुना उनकी पाइपलाइन और बड़े बड़े ठेके लेते हैं। कहाँ से चले गए, आदमी को उठा दिया ऊपर वाले ने, कोई यकीन कर सकता है? तो इसलिए सब संभव है और मैं गदगद हूँ आज यहाँ आके, बहुत प्रसन्न हूँ। और दैनिक जागरण को मैं खूब बधाई देता हूँ, शुभकामना देता हूँ कि आपने कोई क्रिएटिव काम किया, करते ही हैं हमेशा रचनात्मक काम, और जो काम आज आपने युवकों के लिए किया ये हमारे लिए सबके लिए पाथेय बनेगा। और जितने बच्चों को आज यहाँ पर अवार्ड मिलेगा, कल से ही आप ठान लीजिए मुझे ये करना है, सफलता मिलेगी। यहाँ नहीं तो यहाँ तब भी आएंगे, मंजिल में यहाँ तक जाएंगे तो यहाँ तक आएंगे। जैसे मानसरोवर जाने की बात किसी ने सोची नहीं होगी कभी रोड बनेगी। वो कबीर बेदी जी की पत्नी, क्या नाम है, मालपा वाला, आपको ज़्यादा पता है, उनका नाम भूल रहा हूं मैं, दबी पड़ी है आज भी उनकी पूरी टीम। 1 महीना लगता था कब पहाड़ गिर के आ जाए, लेकिन आप आज लिपू लेक तक गाड़ी में जा सकते हैं। चमत्कार हो गया, सोचा ही नहीं था किसने। मैं खुद गया था, अभी गुंजी गया था मैं हेलीकॉप्टर से, पूरी मैंने सर्वे करी, देखा वहां पर तो गाड़ी की रोड बन गई आपकी कार। अब आप दिल्ली से जाइए अकल्पनीय, आप अपनी गाड़ी में बैठिए, सीधे डुबकी लगा के आइए मानसरोवर में। कहते हैं कि वहां जाने का स्वर्ग प्राप्त होता है, अनजाने अनजाने में कोई पाप हो गए तो वो पाप चले जाते हैं। किसी को गाली दे दी वो भी एक पाप है, अकारण गुस्से हो गए वो भी एक पाप है, और वहां जाके शुद्ध आत्मा हो जाती है, जीरो पॉल्यूशन है। आज आप जाने लगे लोग। मैं खुद अभी लिपू लेक तक जाके आया हूं। लिपू लेक से आधा किलोमीटर चाइनीज के लिए हमने रास्ता छोड़ा, मतलब जोड़ा नहीं है, बस यहाँ से हम यहाँ तक आधा किलोमीटर चलते हैं। जहाँ 30 दिन लगते थे, 28 दिन लगते थे, अब 2 दिन में। आप आज यहाँ से जाइए, रात को धारचूला रुकिए, कल सुबह 7 बजे चलिए, 2 बजे वहाँ डुबकी लगा के रात को फिर आप पिथौरागढ़ आ जाइए, हल्द्वानी आ जाइए, या रात भर चलें तो 1 बजे तक दिल्ली आ जाइए। किसी ने नहीं सोचा था। ये सब चीज़ें ऐसी हो रही हैं, कुछ तो हो रहा होगा, कोई तो होगा इसके पीछे। आप एक से एक नई खोजों को निकालते हैं, एक से एक नए विद्वानों को लाते हैं, एक से एक आपकी कहानियां एक से एक अच्छी आती हैं। आर्मी क्या कर रही है, आपका विदेश मंत्रालय क्या कर रहा है, कौन मंत्रालय क्या कर रहा, कौन व्यक्ति क्या कर रहा, कौन लेखक क्या कर रहा, कौन कैसा लिख रहा है, कौन कहाँ पर है, सारी चीज़ें आपको नॉलेज रहती हैं। आप इतने विद्वान होते हैं कि हर चीज़ के बारे में आप, कौन लेफ्टिस्ट है, कौन राइटिस्ट है, किसका क्या है, किन लोगों का क्या है, सब चीज़ें जानते आप। तो देश आज कहीं ना कहीं आगे बढ़ रहा, तो ये भी पूर्व निर्धारित था, क्योंकि इसको विश्व गुरु माना गया था। कहते हैं जो गलत नहीं है, क्योंकि सिम्टम आने लग गए हैं। आपके प्रधानमंत्री कहते थे 3-3 दिन में टाइम मिलता था, छोड़ो यार, नंग धड़ंग देशों के लोग, भीख मंगे लोग कुछ लेने आए होंगे, जाते नहीं थे। आज आपके प्रधानमंत्री जी को रिसीव करने के लिए वो लोग प्रोटोकॉल तोड़ के गए हैं पहले। इसकी सारी चीज़ें हमारे पास प्रमाण हैं, आपको बताने की आवश्यकता नहीं, देश जानता है। आखिर क्या हो गया ऐसा, अचानक क्या हो गया? कुछ तो हुआ होगा, इसलिए पूर्व निर्धारित था। हालांकि आप सोच रहे होंगे ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा है। मैं एक किताब लिख रहा हूँ आजकल, मेरे साथ आपके ही पत्रकार मित्र लिख रहे हैं, 1100 कुछ पृष्ठ हो गए हैं, नाम नहीं लूँगा उनका। माननीय मोदी जी को भी दिखाई हमने सारे लोगों को, रामलला मन से मंदिर तक। तुलसीदास जी ने लिखी, कंबन ने लिखी, वाल्मीकि जी ने लिखी, बहुत लोगों ने रामायण लिखी, इतिहास बना है आज, क्योंकि विद्वान है इसलिए बता रहा हूँ। अब कल को तो हमको भी जाना है, आपको जाना है, सभी को जाना है। चले जाएंगे तो ये राम मंदिर कब टूटा, कब बना, कैसे बना, किसने बनाया, कितनों की हत्याएं हुई, कितने समर्पित हुए, और कौन इसका शिलान्यास किया। क्योंकि एवरीथिंग इज प्री डेस्टाइन, जो मैं बोल रहा हूं, लिखा हुआ था कि फलाने सन में एक चाय बनाने वाला प्रधानमंत्री बनेगा और उसके हाथ से प्रभु राम उसका शिलान्यास करवाएंगे अपने मंदिर का। हो रहा ना आप? इसको आप अदरवाइज भी लेंगे। कई लोग कहेंगे देखो ये तो पार्टी की बात बोल गया। पार्टी की नहीं, मैं यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ बोल रहा हूं। आखिर हो रहा है, वो चीज दिखाई दे रही है। तो इसलिए मित्रों और प्यारे बच्चों, आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूं, और आप में कब कौन बन जाए, क्या बन जाए, ये अकल्पनीय है। सब चीज यहां पर है। ये हमारे अंदर एक आत्मा है। कई लोग कहते हैं कि कोई अपनी खूबसूरती पर घमंड करता है, मैं खूबसूरत हूं, कोई अपने बाहें देख के करता, कोई विद्वान होकर के करता, अंत में चले जाता है। आप एक काम देखिए, जैसे हमारे वहां कहा है कि यही भगवान है बोलने वाला, मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ, मेरे यहाँ गंदगी भरी है, नाक से निकलेगी, अपनी चीज़ से घृणा। मेरे यहाँ फेफड़ों में गंदगी है, मैं बाहर निकालूंगा, अभी शुद्ध है अंदर, थोड़ी देर में अपनी चीज़ से घृणा। बच्चे भी कहेंगे छी छी पापा छी छी। पेट में गंदगी है, अपनी चीज़ से घृणा, थोड़ी देर बाद। लेकिन वो सब चीज़ अंदर हैं, अभी इस समय भी हैं, लेकिन अभी पवित्र जो ये बोलने वाला है, पवित्र बहुत इसके संसर्ग में है, इसलिए पवित्रता बनी है अंदर उनकी, है तो सही शरीर में। इसलिए जो ये बोलने वाला है हमारा, ये बहुत पवित्र चीज़ है। आप जो जिस धर्म को मानते हैं, आप ध्यान करिए, यहीं से आपको सारी चीज़ें दिखने लगेंगी दुनिया की। ये पायलट बाबा जी के बारे में सुना होगा आपने, जो धरती में समाधि लेते हैं। कैसे ले लेते हैं समाधि? सब बंद कर दिया, ऊपर से मिट्टी डाल दी, सब कुछ कर दिया, सारा कर दिया। 7 दिन तक आप देखेंगे तरोताज़ा बाहर निकलते हैं। एक दिन में आदमी नहीं आता, पूरी टेस्टिंग होती रहती है, कोई खाना तो नहीं डाल रहा रात में। आप तो खैर वो वृद्ध हो गए हैं, ऐसा कैसे होता है? लग जाता है। जो पायलट रहा हो, जिसने 71 के वार में जिस पर गोली लग गई हो, ऊपर ही फट जाना चाहिए था, चिड़िया टकराने पर भी। नीचे उतरने के 100 मीटर दूर गए थे, तब फटा। पूछा गया कैसे हुआ, उन्होंने कहा 2 साधु पकड़ के लाए, मैं नहीं जानता कुछ, और रिजाइन दे दिया। ये ईश्वरी कृपाएं हैं सब। किसको जहाँ को ले जाना होगा उसको वहाँ को ले जाती हैं। इसलिए मैं अपने बच्चों को जो आज यहाँ पर अवार्ड ले रहे, तीसरी चौथी बार कह रहा हूँ कि हिम्मत से रहिए, आप बदल देंगे, सब पूरा बदल देंगे। 70% जवानों का इस समय समावेश है, और भारत के सारे लोग जवान हैं। मैं तो कहता हूं जो वृद्ध भी हो गए, सबका पॉजिटिव थॉट है यहाँ, सब विद्वान है यहाँ। देख लीजिए हमारे देश में। कर्नल कूट के बारे में बच्चों को बताना चाहता हूं, कभी आप पढ़ना, जो जिन्होंने कोई डॉक्टर होंगे इसमें तो वो जानते होंगे। उसकी नाक काट दी थी, कुछ घबला हबला हो गया था, जैसे उस समय आंदोलन चल रहे थे। वो भागते भागते बेलगांव गया एक वैद्य के पास, और उसने यो नाक पकड़ के बताई, वैद्य ने जोड़ दी। कोई विदाउट सर्जरी दवा हवा लगा के नाक टूट गई, वो पकड़ के ले गया था, इतना निकल गया था नीचे को। उसने वहाँ बताई है ये बात, अपने वहाँ विदेश में जाके, अपने पार्लियामेंट में, और अपने लोगों को। तो उसके बाद वहाँ से कई लोगों का दल भारत आया, उनसे पूछा कि भाई आप क्या है, वहाँ चलिए, कैसे आपने जोड़ दी, क्या कर दिया? तो उन्होंने कहा हमारे वहाँ तो 6000 वैद्य इस समय हैं, मैं ही नहीं, इसको कोई भी जोड़ देता, किसी के पास जाते। आखिर एक हिस्ट्री तो बना दी। जो सर्जरी की किताब है उसमें मेरे अंदाज से डॉक्टर्स लोग इसको पढ़ते हैं, मुझे भी डॉक्टर्स नहीं पढ़ाया, कहा भाई इसको आप देखो, इसमें कैसी बातें हैं। अब आते 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 वो भी तो वैद्य थे, हमारी परंपराएं इतनी उच्च थी, विश्व स्तर पर हम लोग जाते थे, जा रहे हैं। कहीं आपके लेखन के माध्यम से, कहीं विद्वता के माध्यम से, कहीं आपने एक से एक अच्छे हमारी खोजें हो रही हैं उनके माध्यम से। हम ही हैं कई चीज़ों में, हम ही आगे हैं आज। हमारे बराबर कई लोग कम हैं। जो हमारे दुश्मन हैं वो भी आज हमसे अंदर अंदर ही सपकने लग गए हैं। अब धीरे धीरे, यार एकदम नहीं छेड़ना है इनको, है इनके पास उस। तो इसलिए मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देके, मेरा तो उपदेश जैसा हो गया आज ये, क्योंकि मेरा मन भी बहुत इस समय, चित्त होता है ना जब प्रसन्न होता है, चित्त विकृतियाँ होती हैं तो आदमी बोल नहीं पाता है। तो चित्त शांत है इस समय, प्रसन्न है, और मैं इतने विद्वानों के बीच में आया हूं, और एक इतना नेक काम आप कर रहे हैं, जिसको देश के प्रधानमंत्री हमेशा बकअप करते, पीठ थपथपाते ऐसे काम करने वालों को। ऐसी जगह पर मैं आया हूं, आपने इतना पवित्र काम अपने हाथ में लिया है, बच्चों को आपने एक किस्म से उत्साहित किया है, प्रेरणा दी है कि आगे बढ़िए। इसलिए आपके प्रति मेरा बहुत साधुवाद है, और बच्चों के प्रति फिर कहूँगा, हारिए न हिम्मत बिसारिए न राम, कर्मयोगी बनना है। एक दिन तो सबको जाना है, लेकिन कर्मयोगी जो होता है वो हमेशा रोज रोज के लिए दुनिया में घूमते रहता है। जैसे आप हमारे सारे लोगों को देख लीजिए। इतना ही कह के अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। भारत माता की जय।
हमारे मुख्य अतिथि श्री अजय भट्ट जी का बहुत बहुत आभार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अपना बहुमूल्य समय इन्होंने हमें दिया, और मैं आपसे ये अनुरोध करूंगी कि आगे आपसे कुछ ही क्षणों में हमारे कुछ सम्मान हैं, तो आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप ही वो सम्मान प्रस्तुत करें। And now taking this program ahead, I would like to introduce Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj, who heads the content and strategy at JagranJosh.com. He has 16 plus years of versatile experience in creating content for academic and professional audiences. He has led editorial teams in online media, academic books and journals, publishing, test preparations, study abroad, and e-learning. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj to deliver the opening statement for this grand awards night.
Thank you again, Smriti. Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all to the season 2 of Jagran Josh Education Awards. I'd like to first of all thank the Honorable Minister, Shri Ajay Bhattji, for taking the time out of his busy schedule to grace the occasion. I'd then also like to thank our CEO, Mr. Bharat Gupta, for always encouraging us to organize such events for the education fraternity. I would also like to thank our Editor-in-Chief, Mr. Upadhyay, for being our pillar of support and for his constant guidance. I wanted to talk a bit about how we conceptualized Jagran Josh Education Awards. As we all are aware, the pandemic had an adverse impact on all the industries, and the education industry, it was no exception. But our teachers and students, they acclimatized quickly to the online mode and as quickly transitioned into the hybrid mode. And yet, we don't hear too many people hailing them as the heroes that they are. This is how Jagran Josh Education Awards were born. Do we claim to have recognized all these heroes? No. There are far too many of them. But we have made a start. It is a journey, it's not a destination. And I want to thank you all for joining us on this journey of a lifetime. From where we see, all the finalists today are the winners in their own right. And we are but a platform to celebrate their success. We hope they will continue their good work and will keep the torch of excellence in education burning bright. With these words, I'll hand over the stage to its rightful owners, our finalists, and will wish them all the best. I once again hope you all have a great evening. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj, for your kind words. On that note, let us begin our awards segment. Let us begin with the first awards category of nominations in the segment Education Leaders. In this category, JagranJosh.com salutes the relentless efforts of those who demonstrated excellence in educational leadership during the period of pandemic. The winners have been chosen on the basis of public voting and the valued decision of our jury panelists. And now let us take a look at the nominations for the category Educational Leaders.
Nominations in the category of Outstanding Educational Leader are Dr. Nikita Kothari, Principal of Arunodaya Public School, Thane. In the second wave of COVID-19, Dr. Nikita Kothari stood strong to offer help to the people in need. Apart from arranging the medical help, she also organized regular food distribution drives. She provided the much-needed emotional and mental support to her students through online sessions and webinars. Dr. Ranjan Kalita, Principal of Rangapara College, Sonitpur, Assam. Dr. Ranjan Kalita believes in exploring new perspectives to nurture the talent of students and the staff members through a series of student and faculty development initiatives. It is because of his constant efforts that Rangapara College has developed into a green campus and has also achieved significant heights in the field of teaching and research. Deepa Muthu, Principal of Sacred Heart Degree College for Women, Bengaluru, appreciated and acknowledged by several independent agencies. Ms. Deepa Muthu has transformed the Sacred Heart Degree College for Women into a hybrid mode learning institution by empowering her students and faculty members to overcome financial and economic hurdles. She made sure they continue to excel in studies during the second wave of COVID-19. Shiv Kumar, founder of Teachers of Bihar. In the changing times, Mr. Shiv Kumar made sure that the educators joined hands to achieve excellence in the education sector by initiating India's first professional learning community, Teachers of Bihar, an innovative platform of the teachers, by the teachers, for the teachers. Samarth Pathak, Communication and Advocacy Lead, South Asia, UNODC. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Samarth Pathak spearheaded the Lockdown Learner Series launched by UNODC, a unique and innovative experiment which aims at promoting awareness and sensitizing students on the issues such as cybercrime, misinformation, gender-based violence and many others. Alka Kapoor, Principal of Modern Public School, Shalimar Bagh, New Delhi. Rising in the time of setbacks, Miss Alka Kapoor played her part in transforming her school into an example by launching a series of activities and initiatives to boost the holistic development of her students. She, along with her team, made sure that academic and psychological needs of the students were met in the best manner possible.
I would request our chief guest, Shri Ajay Bharji, to kindly come on the stage and present the awards to the winners. Samarth Pathak, I would request to kindly
And
come
the winners
and
are
receive your
Shiv
award.
Kumar, Samarth Pathak and Deepa Muthu.
Mr. Shiv Kumar, I would request you also to kindly come on the stage. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Samarth Pathak. Communications and Advocacy Lead South Asia, UNODC, and now Mr. Shiv Kumar, founder, Teachers of Bihar. Congratulations to you as well. Unfortunately, Deepa Muthu couldn't join us today. She is also one of the winners. But we have a video message from our third winner, Deepa Muthu, accepting her award. Can we have the video, please?
My greetings and wishes to Jagran Josh team for the wonderful work that they have been doing. And I appreciate the entire team, the jury members and all the voters for nominating me as the best educational leader. It is one of the hard times that brings more bonding between the teachers and the student. And that is what we have experienced during this pandemic. The bond has increased much more stronger between the teachers and the students. At our college, at Sacred Heart Degree College, 90% of them come under the low economic group, but still we, the management and the teachers, have strived hard to keep up the spirit of our students, and where they have performed exceedingly well in their academics, getting university ranks. I thank the entire team, my teachers and my students for the effort what they have put in. Let's keep up the spirit of learning and molding the younger generation. Thank you once again.
Congratulations to Deepa Muthu. I would request someone from the team to kindly come up on the stage and receive the award on her behalf. Parikshit, I would request you to kindly come and receive the award. I would request the chief guest to kindly stay back on the dais, on the stage, to present our other sets of awards as well. A big round of applause for Deepa Muthu, everyone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the 3 main jury-mandated categories, we also have some institutional awards which have been decided by Jagran New Media. First award is for the most promising private management institute in North India. And the winner is Jaipuria Institute of Management. Can we have the winner, please, on the stage? Everyone, a big round of applause for Jaipuria Institute of Management. Congratulations to the winner. The second award a big round of applause, everyone. The most promising private management institute in North India. And now the second award, most promising private university of Central and Eastern UP. And the winner is Shri Ram Swaroop Memorial University. Congratulations to the winner. A big round of applause, everyone, for the winner. This is the most promising private university of Central and Eastern Uttar Pradesh. Winner. And the third award is Top University in Placement for Engineering Studies in Uttarakhand. And the winner is Swami Rama Himalayan University. A big round of applause for Swami Rama Himalayan University. For the placement of engineering studies in Uttarakhand. Swami Rama Himalayan University. And the fourth award, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth award and the last award in this category, Most Promising University of Punjab for Technical Education. And the winner is Chitkara University. Congratulations, Dr. Madhu Chitkara. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly put your hands together for Chitkara University. Congratulations to all the winners in this category, and thank you so much, Honorable Minister. We are indebted for your august presence on the occasion tonight and heartily appreciate you sparing your precious time for us. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us our next guest this evening, Dr. Biswajit Saha. Dr. Saha is presently the Director Training and Skill Development at CBSE under the Ministry of Education, Government of India. He has made significant contributions in the field of training, skill development and democratization of education. He represents CBSE in various national and international committees and has served the board in different leadership roles for over decades now. Prior to CBSE, he has worked with Government of India and Tripura State Government in the areas of higher education and information technology. I request Dr. Saha to kindly come up on the stage and grace the occasion with few words.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Minister of State, Government of India, is representing two important portfolio like defense and tourism. And tourism, of course, is core to my heart because as a part of the skill development mission, I think how we can popularize the tourism as a subject in CBSE school. In mission mode, we work, or rather working still, to take the subjects at the last mile with the multiple institutes. That is still ongoing. Bharatji and Chief Editor of Dainik Jagran, and of course Parikshit, and all the eminent dignitaries present here. Once again, good evening, and I feel privileged to be here with you to witness the Jagran Josh. The real Josh is very much there, as Honorable Minister has rightly mentioned, is in the youngster, and also the educationists who are very much present here. As one of the speakers has rightly mentioned, that the educations and leaderships is together, and that's what is quite visible. And by means of recognizing this true leader, we have seen, maybe it may be odd to mention the Mrs. Chitkara's name right here, starting a career as a teacher, now Pro Vice Chancellor of a best university in Punjab. I have seen and witnessed, because it is not something by seeing her face I am just mentioning. The real startup ecosystems are very much, they are unlike other university. So, and that's what Government of India under the leaderships of Honorable Prime Minister is being expected from all the educationist community. At this point of time, tomorrow's PPC is definitely going to be bring the different visions of the Government of India through the Honorable Prime Minister. But at this point of time, as I am representing an education body and core implementer of new education policy, at this point of time, again, we are reiterating that how competency-based educations can be there in the limelight, so that truly one way Indian heritage culture and other way how the new technology-based learning can be embedded in the ecosystems. It is not limited with the school itself. Rather, school is a place where the nation comes. Because still, we have to work. New education policy has given a target where that university enrollment, the GER, is targeted to be enhanced to double. Rather, it is still 2-digit, but again, it should be more than 50%. But that target to reach there, I think digital medium is going to play a pivotal role. So country's one-way digital university segment and the digital education segment is going to play hugely to catalyze the learning paradigms of the country. The second component I like to highlight here, how vocational educations can be expected or rather accepted by the community. Because that mindset flares, how we can remove from the mind, that is a huge challenge. Now, school, college and university, how together optimally utilize the national asset, I think that should be the core objective. And here, media can play a huge role. And through media and medium, I think some way we can create a history for the country. No other country is thinking in that dimensions, because true protocols and policy paradigms is a huge challenge for the developed nations. But for the developing nations like us, where the human capital is huge, I think we can take lot of challenges and give challenges to the others by means of our strength. And I completely compliment the Honorable Minister saying that we have to work and look into the heart, and that's the 21st century skills of collaborations. Without heart, so many degrees and profilifications or highlighting an individual institute, university, college or board में ही सुप्रीम हो, उस तरह से मेरा ख्याल से नहीं होगा. तो ये जागरण जोश का माध्यम से, जोश कहाँ से आता है? दिमाग से या दिल से? हाँ? तो in true sense, rejuvenating the minds for future of education, and that depends, and it is really lies in the hand of the leadership. And once the leaderships accept this challenge, I think the new generations automatically going to absorb that challenge and work for the new India. Thank you very much once again for inviting me and to witness such leadership's role here in this room. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Saha. I would request you to kindly come on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another very interesting award category, which is Editor's Choice Award for Distinguished Services in the Field of Education. I would request Mr. Rajesh Upadhyay, Editor-in-Chief of Jagran New Media, to come forward and present this award to Dr. Saha for his immensely valuable contributions in the field of training and skill education. A big round of applause, everyone. This is the Editor's Choice Award. Congratulations, Dr. Saha. Congratulations, Dr. Saha, and thank you so much, Mr. Upadhyay. Despite the overwhelming consequences of pandemic, this global crisis has also been an extraordinary time for learning. We are learning how adaptable and resilient educational systems, policy makers, teachers, students, and families can be. Particularly, teachers had to adapt to unexpected conditions, teaching in unprecedented ways, using synchronous and asynchronous instructions, while also being challenged to establish connections with students, families, and their colleagues as well. Our next category of awards acknowledges the invaluable role of those educators who ensured academic continuity during the second and third wave of the pandemic. I would request Dr. Saha to kindly come on the stage and present these awards to the winners. First, let us have a look at the very first subcategory, which is the most innovative teaching method. Can we have the nominations, please, for this subcategory?
Most innovative teaching method. The nominations in the category of Best Initiative using social media are Anindita Sahu, Professor of Linguistics, IIT Madras. Anindita Sahu provided an opportunity to the students to learn various theoretically interesting facts about different indigenous languages of India through her newly introduced course, Linguistic Typology. Her course gave a better understanding of regional languages to her students. Dr. Purnima V, Co-founder Agile Shala, Dr. Purnima, attempts to bridge the gap between teaching and learning by familiarizing students with the required 21st century skills through her virtual learning community, Agile Shala. By integrating online learning techniques into extracurricular activities, she has ensured the holistic development of her students. Dr. Sameer Sudhakar Pingle, teacher at SBM SVKM's NMIMS Indore campus. Dr. Sameer Sudhakar Pingle and his unique teaching methods made it easy for students to focus on higher as well as the lower level of Bloom's taxonomy in the same session. He efficiently used mixed pedagogy and contemporary pop culture to make learning entertaining for the students.
And the winner is...
And the winner is Sameer Sudhakar Pingle.
Congratulations to Dr. Sameer Sudhakar Pingle. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us this evening to receive the award personally, but we have a video message from him. Can the team play the video message?
Good evening. I am Dr. Sameer Pingle. I am pleased to receive Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022 in Educators category for using most innovative teaching method. I am sure that I have made difference in the lives of my students. Thank you, Jagran Josh, for selecting me for this award.
Congratulations. And I now would request someone from the team, maybe Parikshit can come on the stage. Oh, thank you so much for being there and collecting the award. On behalf of Dr. Sameer Sudhakar Pingle, Dr. Saha, please present the award. And on this note, let us begin with the second subcategory of nominations in the segment, which is the best initiative for children with special needs. This is very important area where educators have extensively worked and done commendable work. Can we have the nominations, please?
The nominations in the category of Best Initiative for Children with Special Needs are Subha Chandrasekhar, Special Educator, Rehabilitation Practitioner and Founder, Anugrahan. Ms. Shubha Chandrasekhar focused on enhancing learning opportunities for children with special needs through her project Anugrahan. During COVID-19 crisis, she also worked with policymakers, school leaders, general education teachers, special educators and parents to make online classes accessible to children with special needs. Shilpa Arora, founder of Upasana Special School, Rohini, Delhi. In order to take care of the children with special needs, Ms. Shilpa Arora provided special education, therapies and vocational training through her venture, Upasana Special School. Her school started a new project to educate underprivileged children who could not afford quality education due to the pandemic. Samiksha Pandey, teacher at Ahelcon International School, New Delhi. Miss Samiksha Pandey is determined to reach out to more and more specially able children and help them after she coached a specially able child, enabling him to explore and enhance his swimming abilities through necessary skills and techniques.
And the winner is...
And the winner is Subha Chandrasekhar.
I would request the winner, Subha Chandrasekhar, to kindly come on the stage and receive the award. Congratulations. Congratulations, Subhash Chandrasekhar, and thank you so much, Dr. Saha. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with this, let's move to our next subcategory, which is most innovative use of science and technology. Here we recognize the educators who have played a pivotal role in using science and technology in the most innovative ways in spreading education among children. Can we have the nomination, AV, please?
The nominations in the category of most innovative use of science and technology are Dr. Abhishek Chaube, Professor at Sagar Institute of Science, Technology and Research, Bhopal. Dr. Abhishek Chaube has made life easier for many people using science and technology as his ally. Projects such as suitcase bikes, customized handicap vehicles and compressed air tricycle showcase his talent and zeal to contribute to the progress and development of the nation. Gaurav Arora, Professor at JCD University. Gaurav Arora helped in containing the viral transmission of the deadly coronavirus through banknotes by developing a currency sanitizer machine. Mr. Arora took a step forward in our battle with the pandemic and showed us an economical and environment-friendly way of keeping people safe. Nagnath Vibhute, teacher, Zilla Parishad School, Jambhuldara, Khed, Pune. Nagnath Vibhute truly took education beyond the classroom through his numerous self-funded initiatives. He managed to increase the enrollment in his school by over 50%. He introduced several interactive projects such as learning with Alexa and making of drones, which played a pivotal role in transforming lives of underprivileged students in rural India.
Can we see who the winner is?
And the winner is Abhishek Chaube.
Congratulations to the winner, Dr. Abhishek Chaube. I would invite you on the stage and request Mr. Bhola Gurjar to present the award to the winner. A very well-deserved award there. Mr. Gurjar, I would request you to kindly stay back on the stage because there are more awards which we would like you to present. But before this, देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी को हम बता दें कि माननीय मंत्री श्री अजय भट्ट जी अब इस कार्यक्रम से विदा लेंगे और हमारे साथ शिरकत करने के लिए, आज आने के लिए, अपना बहुमूल्य वक्त हमको देने के लिए तहे दिल से आभार. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly put your hands together. This indeed is a very powerful gesture, very commendable gesture on the part of our chief guest. The way the minister is interacting with our panelists, who will be participating in the panel discussion in a short while from now. This indeed is very commendable. Ladies and gentlemen, let us quickly move on to the next subcategory, which is the best initiative using social media. I would request my team to kindly play the audio-visual clip for the nominations for the same.
The nominations in the category of Best Initiative using
Just
social
a second,
media
just a
are
second. Just a second. माननीय मंत्री जी का हार्दिक आभार। I would request everyone in the hall to kindly settle down, and with this we have come to the next subcategory, which acknowledges best initiative using social media. I would request my team to kindly play the audio-visual clip.
The nominations in the category of Best Initiative using social media are Dr. Jaya Kumar, independent online tutor. With her presence on various social media platforms, Dr. Jaya Kumar has been inspiring and encouraging students to ride through the difficult times while keeping a positive state of mind. Vidhi Subhash Palsapure, teacher at Dayanand Science College, Latur, Maharashtra. Vidhi Subhash Palsapure used social media to build Maza Career Guide, a student-centric platform to help them explore and adopt new career avenues. By holding regular personality development seminars and communication skills workshops, she is ensuring the holistic development of the students. Prashant Kumar, professor at Systech E, Bhopal. Prashant Kumar raised the bar for online classes by bringing in the element of entertainment to his sessions. He made sure that the academic journey of the students does not get hampered during the pandemic by reaching out to them whenever they needed him through various social media platforms.
And can we have a look at the winner, please?
And the winner is Vidhi Subhash Palsapure.
Congratulations to the winner, Vidhi Subhash Palsapure. Kindly come on the stage and receive the award from Mr. Bhola Gurjar. Dr. Gurjar. Ladies and gentlemen, when we speak of using education to change the world, let's first hear a few words from one of our jury members whom you would have often seen as an expert at Kaun Banega Crorepati, that is KBC. I'm talking about no one else but Mr. Sharad Vivek Sagar. He is an internationally awarded social entrepreneur whose innovative and inspirational leadership has transformed many lives and received global recognition. His organization, Dexterity Global, connects over 6.5 million students from low-income families with educational opportunities. His work is certainly redefining education and leadership for millions of young Indians. A very warm welcome, Mr. Sagar. I believe we have a video message of Mr. Sagar. Can we have the video message, please?
Distinguished guests, awardees, speakers, friends and family of Jagran New Media team, my young friends, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this special event from 8,000 miles away, sitting here at my residence hall at Harvard. My name is Sharad Vivek Sagar, and I have the great honor and privilege of leading an organization named Dexterity Global for the last 15 years now. At the outset, I want to recognize Jagran New Media team, Jagran Josh Education Awards, for starting something classrooms were changing, teachers were under stress, and at the same time, some educators were reporting on time, staying later, of course on their Zoom boxes or their video conferencing facilities, and they were innovating, they were investing, and they were staying engaged so that these 2.5 years do not take away from our kids the joy of learning and the impact of education. And it was almost a fitting time for Jagran to start with the Jagran Josh Education Awards. I want to recognize this as an important step in the right direction. And today I want to congratulate the team for continuing this tradition, making it hopefully one of India's most celebrated traditions of bringing together our educators who have worked in different parts of our country, different sectors of education, and made our country a little better through their contributions. It is not just educators, but also students that this award continues to recognize. And as we talk about education, Jagran takes into account technology and innovation, social media, needs of our special children, and mental health awareness. It is extremely important and critical that as we think of our children, we think of all of our children. And I think this is a rightful celebration of all of our champions, our teachers and educators, who are making education an enjoyable and fun experience for our kids. As a child who stayed out of school for the first 12 years of my life and then found his way to high school and college and postgraduate studies on scholarships, I know the impact that education and recognition can have in the life of a child. As somebody who has continue to lead for the last 15 years an organization that identifies, trains, and grooms young leaders for India through educational opportunities. I've seen how the lives of kids changed just with the integration of one good experience, one good mentor, one new intervention in their educational journey. I've seen the daughter of a farmer from a small village in Tamil Nadu go to University of Chicago on a full scholarship. I've seen kids from India, some of disadvantaged backgrounds, use their education to go to college on full scholarships. And I have had the great honor and privilege to mentor these kids. They are Dexterity Fellows. And I have seen how one educator's impact on their life, one mentor's impact on their lives, one resource on intervention has gone on to ignite that spark within them to an entirely new level and degree. Today, it is our responsibility as educators to know that everything that our kids come across has an impact on them, good or bad. And as parents and friends, teachers and facilitators, it is important to see that we do not have 100-minute conversation with our kids. We have 100 one-minute conversations with our kids. That brings us closer to our kids. That makes sure that every moment can be turned into a teachable moment. That ensures that it is not a 100-minute long scolding session. It is a minute long, 100 times over a period of week or months or years, scaffolding session that is enabling them to stand a little firmer, walk a little faster, find that strength not just in their abilities, but also in their mentors. If India has to be lifted up, it will be lifted up only and only through the power of its young people and the education that they receive. An education that does not just stay limited to English, math, or science, but also finds purpose and passion, progress and prosperity at the core of its goal, at the core of its execution. And for all these reasons and many more that I do not need to list in this conversation right here, you are champions. People who are standing up as champions for our kids, people who are recognizing these champions, and people who are continuing this great tradition of honoring learning and teaching, mentors and mentees throughout our country. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sagar, for those very inspiring words. With this, the time has come for the second Editor's Choice Award. Indian youth icon, Mr. Sharad Vivek Sagar has undoubtedly been a torchbearer in this direction. And it is indeed our privilege to announce his name for this award. Mr. Sagar is currently at Howard University and will not be able to join us physically for receiving this award this evening, though he has just sent a video message directly from Boston, Massachusetts. I would request my team to kindly play the video message. There, a big round of applause for
Thank you,
Mr.
everybody,
Sharad
for
Vivek
recognizing
Sagar.
me with the Indian Youth Icon Award tonight. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot more to my parents, my siblings, educators, and people who have shaped me in this journey. Swami Vivekananda talked about servant leadership, Sevak Netritva, the leader as the servant. In the last 15 years that I've led Dexterity Global, this is the idea we have tried to work on, and thus this is not just a recognition of the leader, it is hopefully a recognition of those who we serve and how phenomenal and divine and exceptional and incredible they are. This is a humbling moment, and I just want to thank everybody, and to the young people sitting in the audience, I want to say that if this kid who didn't go to school for the first 12 years of his life can receive these humbling honors, you can do anything in life. Thank you very much. Take care.
Congratulations to Mr. Sagar. And to give away the award, I would request Mr. Gaurav Arora to come on the stage. Mr. Gaurav Arora is the Chief Revenue Officer at Jagran New Media. A brief introduction about him: a sales veteran with over 18 years of experience, out of which 15 years have been with digital media. In his current role at Jagran New Media, he drives the revenue, strategy, systems and programs. A stickler for perfection, he has been pushing the envelope for driving innovation and value for both external clients and internal stakeholders through pragmatic and holistic monetization strategies in the ever-changing digital ecosystem. I would request Mr. Gaurav Arora to kindly present the award to Mr. Swaraj Priyadarshi, who will be accepting the award on behalf of Mr. Sharad. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly put your hands together. It's very important that we keep the energies high for this evening. And Mr. Arora. And our next subcategory is the best initiative for grassroots services. Here we are saluting the educators who worked hard and took initiative for connecting with grassroots and rendering services to them. Can we have the nominations, please?
The nominations in the category for Best Initiative for Grassroots Service are Amandeep Kaur, teacher at AKS IPS 41 Smart School, Chandigarh. During the pandemic, Amandeep Kaur decided to help poor and marginalized sections of the society. She launched a series of social initiatives and instilled a spirit of empathy and compassion among her students about the underprivileged sections of the society. Chaitali Nandi, teacher at Sacred Heart Senior Secondary School, Chandigarh. Chaitali Nandi went above and beyond her line of duty to create a sense of community, support and hope for the people in the worst of times. She actively organized several social activities and raised funds for the migrant laborers during the COVID-19 period. Dr. Shraddha Vashisht, founder of Sabki Shiksha, a socio-educational initiative acknowledged by several organizations. Dr. Shraddha Vashisht has earned her place in the heart of families from rural and semi-urban areas through her socio-educational initiative, Sabki Shiksha, which enables students from poor background to get quality education and to be a part of India's success story.
And let us see who the winner is.
And the winner is Shraddha Vashisht.
Congratulations to Dr. Vashisht. I would request Mr. Ashok Pandey to give the award to Dr. Vashisht. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the winner. The hard work definitely pays off, and this is the award which definitely acknowledges the hard work of the winner. Congratulations, and Mr. Pandey, I would request you to kindly stay back on the stage because there are few more subcategories which we will request you to kindly present the award for. And moving on to the next subcategory, Best Initiative, Edutainment, Making Learning Fun. Let us see the nominations, please.
The nominations in the category of Best Initiative, Edutainment, Making Learning Fun are Abhinav Datta, teacher at Alcon International School. Abhinav Datta understood the power of technology in making education more engaging and entertaining for the students, even before the pandemic. Through his innovative strategies and EdTech tools, he helps students develop critical thinking and 21st century competencies. Guneha Sandhu, teacher at Indraprastha Global School, Noida, Gurneha Sandhu stood up to the challenges faced by the educators during the pandemic by building synergy among traditional teaching techniques and modern-day tools to make learning fun and engaging for the students. Shalini Chauhan, teacher at Indirapuram Public School, Indirapuram. Shalini Chauhan took the new normal as an opportunity to adapt and integrate online tools and games in her teaching pedagogy to help her students learn maths in an entertaining way.
Well, edutainment is definitely not that easy. The word can sound easy, but it is not easy. But let us see who the winner is.
And the winner is Abhinav Datta.
Congratulations to the winner, Abhinav Datta. There. Congratulations again, Mr. Datta. And now we have come to the last award in the educators category, which is the best initiative for mental health awareness. Again, a very important topic. Let us see let us have a look at the nominations, please.
The nominations in the category for best initiative for mental health awareness are Dr. Jaya Kumar, independent online tutor. In the times of growing crisis among young adults, Dr. Jaya Kumar served as a role model for several students and helped them in dealing with anxiety and depression. She conducted live and free webinars and urged students to use their mental strength to overcome their challenges. Saurabh Nanda, founder and director of SN Mentoring. Since the initial days of lockdown, Saurabh Nanda has been trying to build a society where everyone can get the support they need. He has conducted various webinars and workshops to help students deal with issues like cyberbullying, patriarchy, domestic abuse and many more. Sonia Mangla, counsellor at Sacred Heart Senior Secondary School, Chandigarh. Miss Sonia Mangla reached out to the underprivileged children and their parents and educated them on ways to keep them physically and mentally fit. She also provided food and medicines to the families in need during these testing times.
Well, mental health awareness definitely requires a lot of grit and determination because this is something which is not easy at all. Let us see who the winner is.
And the winner is Saurabh Nanda.
Congratulations, Saurabh Nanda. I would request you to kindly come on the stage and receive your award. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Saurabh Nanda. Mr. Pandey, for joining us on the stage. And with that, we have come to our panel discussion, which we had been talking about since long. A very pertinent topic we have today, developing skills for the 21st century, empowering India's youth to take on the future. Over the past few years, we all have been talking about 21st century skills that can make the youth more empowered economically. These skills come under different guises such as traditional soft skills, the more modern transferable skills for the future of work, or more specifically, the employability skills. But all these umbrella terms stand on the firm understanding of equipping young minds with the tools to ensure that they can grapple with uncertainties and disruptions of the present day and that of the future and come out as winners. To further throw a light on this topic, we have a panel of eminent guests with us today. I've already introduced them, but I would again like to introduce them, give a brief introduction about them. Dr. Madhu Chitkara, Pro-Chancellor, Chitkara University. Dr. Bhola Gurjar, Dean, Resources and Alumni Affairs, IIT Roorkee. Mr. Ashok Pandey, Director, Alcon Group of Schools. Ms. Parveen Malhotra, author, columnist and celebrated career coach. Mr. Swaraj Priyadarshi, Chief of Staff at Dexterity Global. And our moderator for the panel discussion, Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj, Head Education at Jagran New Media. I welcome you all to this evening and would hand over to Parikshit to moderate the discussion. Thank you so much. I would request all the panelists to kindly come on the stage and take their respective seats.
Thank you, everyone. And I'd like to first of all thank all our distinguished panelists. We have our panelists who represent the school ecosystem, the higher education ecosystem, the career counseling ecosystem, as well as the youth leadership ecosystem. I could not have imagined a better and more qualified panel to have this discussion, and it makes the work easier on my part. I will, in no particular order, I think I would like to start with Mr. Ashok Pandey, because the topic of our panel discussion is developing the 21st century skills and empowering the youth of India to take on the future. So, Mr. Pandey, I'd like to ask your considered opinion on what are the skills for the 21st century schools, which 21st century skills which the schools must inculcate in the students.
Yeah, thank you, Parikshit. I think this is one question you can ask everybody,
right?
Because everybody will give 5 or 6 skills, you know. But let me preface the whole thing that knowledge, skills, values, and attitude, you know, these are the 4 things which make the combination, which will make children future ready. That's very important. So there is a concept where we called learning to be, learning to know, learning to do, and learning to live together. And this is the universal understanding of what education should actually be, okay? So learning to know is knowledge, and learning to do is skills, and learning to be is the values and attitude, and similarly learning to live together. So I think within the umbrella of that, if we are able to bring in those soft skills among our children, because we are focused too much on cognition, right? And cognition also, we are focused for a very long time on lower order cognitions, the understanding at the most, and rote, recall, or whatever you can say, knowledge. But we have not gone beyond that, how to analyze things, how to synthesize it, how to interpret it, how to critique, and how to creatively interpret something. So that is one thing. The second thing is socio-emotional skills, which are very important. How you handle your problem, how you cope up with adversities, how you work in a team. Are you a part of a solution of a problem? So those are, and the last thing which is very, very important in my opinion is the digital skills. We are a massively digitized world today, and therefore how we navigate through that is another area which is very, very important. And therefore, putting them all together, I would just sum it up by saying that, the value is the most important thing, that what do you want to be in life through your character building, through somebody who can contribute to the society, somebody who is very sensitive to the needs of the society. Those things are very, very important in my opinion. And therefore, values first, attitude second, and then skills, and then knowledge. If you can reverse this order, probably will be a better world tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an interesting insight, sir. And I would want to come back. I would want to come back to it later. But taking ahead the progression from the school ecosystem, I'd like to come to Dr. Chitkara. And ma'am, I would like to ask what's your opinion in the role of the higher ed institutions in equipping these skills in the students?
I think coming from the school education to higher education, and well said by, and I think it's very appropriate topic. You all will be amazed to know that now we all indirectly working on the education 5.0. And when we are preparing the student for education 5.0, already society and the industry has reached to 5.0. It's very threatening for us, for higher education institutes, that how we have to give those skills to them. Now, the example is very clear that during pandemic, the students who were not very technologically strong or very sound, they had a problem. And when they had a problem, the whole education system was in problem. So what I will suggest and what we are doing at Chitkara University is that industry academia interface is very, very important, and we are working very closely with the industry. So what we do is that we just talk to the industry and we tell them that what type of skills are required by the industry which we have to give the students. So this is every curriculum, whatever we are doing, it is co-created, it is co-executed by the industry and the academia. So now it will be a teamwork, it is working out of the campus. It's very important that now the students of the higher education, they should work for the society also. And the example is that, for example, our students in BBA and MBA, they have a BBA in marketing and sales and retail. Now, if they are sitting in the classrooms or they are sitting at home, how they will be able to understand that what retail or what sales is? So we have adopted 5 villages around our campus, And they are the teachers, there are the people there, those who are giving, and you all know that we are from Punjab, and the Fulkari, Bagh, Dupatta, Punjabi Jutti, Pranda, they all are very important, and the ladies are doing it for taking one month. But there are the mediators, and the end product is that they are not earning anything. So we have given this responsibility to the students to create those skills where they have to sell those products in the market. So it will be a very great skill where they will be learning, and side by side they will be going to the market. We give them the place in the malls, we create that place for them, and actually they have to sell those products. And whatever they earn, that is immediately giving back to those ladies. So in that manner, these type of skills, very indirect method, they try to learn. So now it is a responsibility, as you know, that NEP is in the market, and now it is the stage for implementing NEP for all of us. And there is the internationalization and working for the society. So since we have incubation centers, we have told the students to develop those skills where they can give the solutions of the problems faced by the society. So I think these type of skills are required, which is not possible in the classroom. For that, they have to go into the society to work for them and to understand the problem. So these different skills are to be created.
So I would agree to that, ma'am. Experiential learning is the key here. That's very right. And since we're on the subject of the higher education scenario, I'd like to invite Professor Gurjar and ask him what, according to him, are the particular skills which the STM students must develop, and if they are to succeed in the 21st century, first of all, and how are the IITs contributing to it, sir? What's your opinion on that?
As far as IITs are concerned, lot of freedom is there for pursuits of their vision. Students are given lot of freedom. So you may find that students are not going in the core branch. Many of the students are choosing for, let us say, coding, because lot of jobs are there, and they have mastery in their own programming skills, and this is what market is asking. And you would surprise that during this corona period, we thought that this would be a great challenge to have a good placement, but somehow, right now we have around 99%, more than 99% students are already placed. So these kind of skills which are new to connect with the technological innovations where you can do the work in a different way. For example, I would say, there is a saying that this Elon Musk, he says that I don't need PhDs. I need people who can think differently, even if they are graduates. And you can look at the top-notch trendsetters like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, or Mark Zuckerberg, or in India, even Gautam Adani. Who are they? They are not even graduates, So think differently and solve the problem. So that is the skill, whether it is, school kids or the higher education, which needs nowadays that we should think differently and solve the problem. That is the skill we look for, in fact, and we should inculcate in our students, basically.
True, sir. I agree to that. And I think this is the reason that IITs they have an image that outside the country, it is the only among the few institutions which are known, sir. So great, sir. I'd like to come back to Parveen Malhotra now, because she is among us in the panelists. She is one person who's not an educationist, but who has tremendous years of experience as a career counselor, columnist, who's been guiding students. I want to understand from you, ma'am, what is your impression about what is that key skill which the students in India are to acquire if they are to succeed in the 21st century, and this can be from the school stage up till college. Okay. You are saying only one, can I say? No, yes, ma'am. Yes, please go ahead.
It's on? Yeah. So if you ask me to list one, only one, then I would say the skill of being able to learn independently. Because in our schools and in our colleges, we are taught subjects. We're taught history and geography and economics and math, but we are not taught the art of studying independently on our own. And we are moving into the knowledge era and the knowledge economy. So, उसमें अगर एक skill आपको चाहिए, it's this ability to be a constant, lifelong learner, and to be able to read around the book, not just confine your learning to the textbook and the questions at the end of the book, but read around the subject, analyze. हमारा system is very theoretical, essentially, and so we need to think out of the box, analytical thinking, creative thinking. I think this is very important. And हम skills की जब बात करते हैं, तो skills तो होते हैं ना, technical skills वगैरह, वो तो आपको depending on your aptitude and the requirement in the market, you will have to acquire those skills. But even before you do that, before you acquire domain-specific skills, I think what is very important is to acquire transferable skills. Transferable skills are skills that you can carry with you from one job to another and one career to another. And transferable skills are those of being able to communicate, the art of listening to the other person, negotiating, problem solving, analyzing a problem, looking at the big picture, blue sky thinking, and boring into the bottom of every issue. These are skills that will hold you in good stead over and above the domain skill. वो तो आपका है ही है, लेकिन that is not sufficient. It is necessary, but it is not sufficient. What will make it sufficient are your soft skills and your transferable skills. So I think these are the ones that you need to
That's
develop.
interesting, ma'am. I agree there, and I think everybody on the panel is going to agree to that. And that also reminds me of an observation that in the pandemic, what we have learned is that a most critical skill for the students who want to be achievers in the coming years are the ones who will be able to function effectively in the face of uncertainty.
Absolutely. Change, how to navigate change, because change is going to be the only constant going forward. And all of you sitting here, young people sitting here, be prepared to change your careers. I'm not talking of jobs. You'll change countless jobs, but even your careers, because technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, nanotechnology will replace over 60 to 65% of your jobs. Not in the long term, but even in the immediate future, 5 years from now. So if you don't keep learning, relearning, unlearning, and again learning, you will be without a job. So this is something that you have to do, how to navigate change and uncertainty. जो uncertainty को लेकर उसका advantage बना देगा, वो ही prosper करेगा.
True, ma'am. I think that's great advice coming from India's foremost career counselor. And thanks a lot. I'd now like to come to Swaraj Priyadarshi. While he says he's the youngest in the panel, but he also has a distinction because he comes from an organization which is totally focused on preparing the leaders of tomorrow. So, Swaraj, I'm sure all in the audience and in the panel would be keen to understand what has been your understanding and your insights as your organization prepares the people who are going to lead in the future.
So, thank you again for having me here. I think before we talk about skills, I want to go a step back, and that is, what is going to be the guiding force of how we educate children in the 21st century? And there are a few common grounds that will be there. That doesn't have to be specific to the 21st century. It has been there ever since, humankind has been in existence. Empathy, that's not something we can, use that and apply it in a different way, but it's going to be there. It's not primarily a 21st century skill. So that we need to understand what has to be the guiding force behind it. And in my opinion, it has to be education for leadership, education for nation building. It is extremely important that we enable our children to see their education not just as a means of livelihood, but as something that they're going to use to contribute to nation building. And that is what we do at Dexterity. It is important to create those experiences for young people to be able to do that. I just want to give a few examples here. Look at some of the past nation builders that India has had. People who have revolutionized a field that has gone on to revolutionize the country and bring it where it is today. A young boy by the name of Vikram Sarabhai comes back to India after studying at the University of Cambridge in 1948 and builds an institution that goes on to be what we know today as the Indian Space Research Organization, pride of our country. Somebody by the name of M.S. Swaminathan, another MS, long before MS Dhoni took over the hearts and minds of the country, M.S. Swaminathan comes back to India after receiving a prolific education and revolutionizes the agriculture space, heralding the Green Revolution. Somebody by the name of Verghese Kurian comes back again and revolutionizes the milk industry in India and turns India from a milk deficient country to the largest exporter of milk. What is common between these nation builders and people? They were able to see their education in the larger context. They were able to relate their education to leadership and their education to nation building. And those are the kinds of experiences from a very young age that we need to create for our young people so that they are also able to see their education as that. Because you see, a few skills, they'll always remain the same. Critical thinking or independent thinking. Maybe in the 18th century or the 19th century, the same critical thinking was used to, choose between right or wrong or what kinds of wars are happening around the world. Today, you have to use the same critical thinking to understand what's wrong or what's right that you see on WhatsApp. So that needs to be there, and that has to be the fundamental guiding force behind how we educate our children and what kind of experiences we help build for them.
Thank you, Swaraj. That's great information. I think this is an invigorating discussion, and we would want to go on and on. We have a lot of audiences who would be keen to hear more, but in the interest of time, I'm going to have to conclude it. Before that, I want to thank everybody. I'm sure our audience is going to take away some actionable points from this conversation, and we hope to have this kind of a panel discussion again soon. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. Dr. Madhu Chitkara, Dr. Bhola Gurjar, Mr. Ashok Pandey, Ms. Parveen Malhotra, Mr. Swaraj Priyadarshi, and of course, Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam fondly used to say that the best brains of the nation may be found on the benches of the classroom. And as we move to the Students' Award category, these words seem truer than ever before. We have 7 subcategories of awards in this category, and starting with the first one, which is the most innovative educational project. Let us have a look at the nominations.
The nominations in the category of Most Innovative Educational Project are Team Power Generation by Footsteps, students of Rajiv Gandhi Pradhyogik Vishwavidyalaya, Bhopal, Rajiv, Gaurav, Avinash and Prabhat. This team of 4 enthusiastic youngsters have developed an innovative solution to generate electrical power through a non-conventional method of utilizing footsteps. This project has the potential to achieve energy balance due to the simple and cost-effective nature. Anishka Gaur, Indraprastha Global School, Noida. Anishka Gaur designed Corona Detector Bond to detect the presence of coronavirus in surroundings and eventually sanitize the area. This portable and fully automatic prototype has the potential to save many lives if developed into a working model. Sahil Arora, student of DPSG, Palam Vihar, New Delhi. Sahil Arora has relentlessly worked with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and designed prototypes to educate people about solar energy and climate change. He is committed to make the world a better place by spreading awareness about the major environmental issues among the people.
Well, everyone must be excited to know who the winner is. And the winner is...
And the winner is Team Power Generation by Footsteps.
Congratulations to the winners, Team Power Generation by Footsteps. I would first like to invite on the stage Mr. Swaraj Priyadarshi. Kindly come on the stage and present the awards to the winners. Team Power Generation by Footsteps. Congratulations. For the most innovative educational project. Your energies are definitely contagious. Team Power Generation. And once again, congratulations. I would request you to kindly stay back on the stage. Our next subcategory is Most Socially Relevant Initiative. Can we have a look at the nominations?
Presenting nominations in the category Most Socially Relevant Initiative. Mansi Rai, student of Delhi Public School, Gautam Budh Nagar. Mansi Rai decided to destigmatize mental illness among the teenagers by launching Teens Together Foundation, a group that highlights and shares the challenges and concerns of youngsters and spreads awareness about them. Pranjal Tyagi, Shaheed Bhagat Singh Evening College, Delhi University. Pranjal Tyagi has encouraged young girls to come forward and speak about problems faced by them in the society. He launched the Bharat Girl Up initiative to help women break several myths and social barriers that stop them from achieving their full potential. Pranit Dhareva, student of 7 Square Academy, Mumbai. Pranit Dhareva is determined to build a movement where children become change makers irrespective of their age. At the age of 7, he teaches 30 students from underprivileged sections of the society and plans to offer more.
And who the winner is?
And the winner is Pranit
A big
Dhareva.
round of applause for the winner, Pranit Dhareva. Since Pranit is not available, there is a video message from him accepting the award. Let us hear what he has to say.
Hi, my name is Pranit Dhareva. Last lockdown gave me a wonderful opportunity to share my learnings with other kids. I share my concepts of English grammar, maths, GK and EVS. This has helped me become more confident and humble. I am on a mission to make this initiative Padhao India a movement across our nation. Please join me and help me make a chain of 1,000 more volunteers like me. I am grateful to my parents, teachers and Jagran Josh team for their support in this beautiful journey. Thank you.
This award is for the most socially relevant initiative. I would request someone on his behalf to come and kindly receive the award. Congratulations, Pranit Dhareva.
And the winner is Pranit Dhareva.
Award is the most creative use of social media. Let us have a look at the nominations.
The nominations in the category of most creative use of social media are Dipti Vrajesh Pandey, From MGM College of Engineering and Technology, Navi Mumbai, Deepthi Vrajesh Pandey co-founded an online shopping boutique along with her sisters and encouraged people to stay at home during the lockdown with free deliveries. Through 3D Fashionista, Deepthi has also provided employment opportunities to college-going students, ex-MNC employees and housewives amid the pandemic. Prateek Raut, student of APJ School, Panchsheel Park, New Delhi. Prateek Raut used social media in a constructive way to spread awareness about the topics which are of interest to young audiences. On his YouTube channel Infinite Knowledge Hub, Prateek has published videos on a variety of critical issues such as cybersecurity and vaccine awareness. Vinay Kumar Maurya, student of Chandra Public School, Mau. Vinay Kumar Maurya used the power of social media to create a knowledge resource for the underprivileged students. Through his YouTube channel, Technology World Education, Vinay also interacts and solves any queries or doubts of the students.
Well, how to creatively use the social media for the benefit of society is a very important topic, and the students, they have definitely worked very hard on this subject. But let us have a look at the winner.
And the winner is Deepthi Vrajesh Pandey.
A big round of applause for the winner, Deepthi Vrajesh Pandey. Deepthi is not here to receive the award, so she has a video message for her.
Hello everyone, my name is Deepthi Pandey and I am pursuing my Bachelor's of Engineering in Information Technology. Currently I am in 3rd year. I believe that girls can do everything. To prove my statement, I decided to do a business in December 2017 and started my research from 2018 and completed it in 2020 March and launched my business with my sisters in March 2020 itself. And we launched our business named as 3D Fashionista Online Boutique. Where we provide employment to ex-MNC employees and students and housewives for their lifelong journey. And we also, till this journey, we also have international clients from Malaysia and Canada. And our global aim is to make a 3D Fashionista a global Indian brand of clothing. And I believe that I can make it happen. And special thanks to Jagran Josh Award to share my story with you all. And thank you so much all for listening to me.
Congratulations again. And can we have someone from the team to kindly come on the stage and receive the award?
And the winner is Deepthi Vrajesh Pandey.
Gentlemen, we have come to the next award category, which is the most creative online initiative. Well, this is the subcategory, I beg your pardon, in the students category. So let us have a look at the nominations for the most creative online initiative.
The nominations in the category of most creative online initiative are Kunal Kumar, student of MBBL Intercollege, Muzaffarpur, Bihar. To help students gain knowledge and generate income, Kunal Kumar launched 3 websites as a part of his contribution in driving economic growth and bringing positive social change. Akshit Nair, student of Yuva Bharati International School, Singapore. After intensely studying about the malpractices in crowdfunding scenario, Akshit Nair created Donaterra, a new age fundraising platform which uses cryptocurrencies. His platform enables complete transparency and offers an alternative to improve the current crowdfunding process. Om Kumar, student of RPVV Dwarka, New Delhi. Om Kumar devoted his time to develop creative online projects to spread awareness about social causes like water conservation, environment conservation, Swachh Bharat and mental health issues.
And the winner is?
And the winner is Akshit Nair.
Congratulations, Akshit Nair. And there is a video message from him. Can we hear him?
Extremely honored to be receiving such an important award.
I'm earnestly grateful for the recognition I've received for my work because I'm very sure that every nominee for this award was as capable, if not more, of winning this award. I have faced several challenges on my way here, but each one of them has only strengthened me to make me the person I am today. I would like to thank Mr. Gaurav for providing me support throughout the entire procedure, and I think it wouldn't have been possible for me to reach at this level without his guidance. I'm truly grateful once more, and I really appreciate Jagran Josh for providing me this opportunity and this stage to present my work. So I'm very, very grateful, and I promise to only get better at my work so that you can see more from me. And once again, thank you to the entire association and the team of Jagran Josh Education Awards. Really grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations to Akshit Nair. Can someone from the team kindly come up on the stage and receive the award on his behalf?
And the winner is Akshit Nair.
Priyadarshi, and congratulations to Akshit again. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I will take this honor to invite Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj for the fireside session with our associate partner, Sophos. And there are two attendees from Sophos, Harshdeep Thapa, Territory Manager, Sophos India, and Mr. Sudhanshu Sharma, Pre-Sales Manager North from Sophos India. Gentlemen, I would request you to kindly come on the stage, and till the time the seats are being arranged. So this is a fireside session which will be moderated by Mr. Parikshit Bharadwaj. So gentlemen, I humbly request you to kindly come on the stage now since the seats have been arranged.
So first of all, it's a topical discussion because security is cyber security is an important issue, and we have two representatives who come from SOFO, and they are the best people to answer the questions there. I want to first of all ask the question to Mr. Thapa. What is the overall threat landscape and how has it changed over the years?
Okay, let me take this. I hope mine and Harsh face are not similar to a zombie, because what happened when we go out, people will say they are the cyber security team and they're definitely going to come up and say something which is very dangerous for us. So it's not like that. So as Parikshit mentioned about the landscape, if you just go back to 20 or 30 years back, the technology is very limited. So there was very limited system has been used. Internet was not properly been used with the user. And when I was studying, and most of might be agree on that part, we were using computer to just take a printout. We are having certain data. And one of the other day, we used to use computer as a gaming PC for that. So gaming was Mario or something like that. But that today dynamic has completely been changed. It's not only about the basic requirement. So we live in the technology. We start our day with the technology. We spend our entire day with the technology, and we end our day with the technology. I'm pretty much sure almost all of the invitees available over here, they might be using a mobile banking or the social networking, and we are doing whatever we want to do on the mobile devices, correct? But how we make sure that the devices are safe? Because the technology has been changed now. There is no, in the previous scenario, we were using as a signature-based technology. Now, what is the signature-based technology? Is something, there is a code has been defined, means A is equal to A, B is equal to B, and something has come up. Let's example, a virus has been popped up with C. So I know A and B, I don't understand what is the C. So what I'll do, I just simply pass that. But right now, as what mentioned, the technology has been shifted like anything. We are using internet from day to, starting from morning to evening, everywhere. Virtual is there, cloud platform is there, and we're using internet like anything. Okay, as everyone's saying that 70% of our workforce are dependent on internet right now. Mailing is the biggest solution for us. But are we aware how to protect ourselves? So it is not only about the signature-based technology. We are referring to AI-driven technology. We are referring to deep learning analysis. We are referring to the artificial intelligence and all together. So to understand the technology, we have to be quite aware. So in Sophos lab, we understand there are almost 4 lakh samples we collect every day. You assume that 4 lakh samples per day, but we go back to 20 years back, it was only 1 and 2. So 4 lakh samples a day, and out of that 4 lakh samples, almost 60 to 70% samples has never been seen before. And it has been happening on a daily basis. And out of those...
This is interesting. I want to just interrupt you here because I wanted to ask you about, because of the education theme here, I wanted to understand what is the importance of cybersecurity preparedness in the education sector, if you'd like to answer that. Yeah.
Let me take this question. So if you talk about cybersecurity readiness in the field of education sector, it is very, very important, right? So we have seen that corporate and enterprise, they have adopted cybersecurity in a very big way. But when it comes to education sector, yes, there is a room for improvement, right? And to start with, what education sector, what they can do is, the first thing they can do is they can keep cybersecurity awareness as a subject in their curriculum. Yeah. So once you have this subject in your curriculum, your students will, they come to know that what are the right ways to use the internet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the second one is obviously you need to have a restricted usage of internet. Let me rephrase it with the protective usage of the internet, right? Because internet is the only medium or through a channel through which a malware comes into a network, right? So if you have a restricted access, means which user has got what access, then obviously it will drastically come down your cyber attacks vector. Yeah.
Thank you. That's great information. I wanted to ask you, as Sophos is an IT security company, now what are the options which you can give to the schools and the colleges to increase their security IT posture? Would you like to answer?
Yeah. So as everyone knows, Sophos has been into IT security for almost 35 years plus now, and we understand the DNA of particular malware, or we call it. So when we refer to the education vertical, the biggest thing is that we have to control the access address, what Harsh has mentioned on top of it. So we have to start from our host, means what you call it is an endpoint security. That is a very critical part, because the main entry of any malware is the mail. So we have a protection on the mail itself. And whatever policy we are placing, it should be based on the particular username. Means I have a particular identity, Harsh has a different identity, Parishit has a different set of identity. So what happened in any given point of time is something missing has been happened, because education, you start from 500 student or we go up to 1,000 student, it's very difficult to scan the entire network. So identity-based policy would be the better for any education vertical to identify the actual source of infection, from which is the particular culprit of my network. how I can go and trap them. And once I have a complete information with them, I can just remediate as soon as possible.
Thank you, thank you. I wanted to ask you both one point on this. What are the best practices which you would recommend, and what would you think are the practices?
Yeah, so let me just tell few of the best practices that an organization can take. The number one is assume that you will be hit, right? The mindset of being complacent that we are not going to hit by ransomware is very dangerous. To have a thinking that yes, I will going to hit in the future. Once you have this state of mindset, obviously we will going to invest in people, process, and right kind of cybersecurity tool. The second thing is take backups. Because we have observed that the companies who got hit by ransomware, they were able to fetch their data because they have their data backup available, right? The number third is obviously you need to invest in layered protection. Layered protection in the sense you need to have a protection at your endpoint level, at your perimeter level, or maybe at the wireless level, at the cloud security level. Because if you have a layered security, you will be able to tackle the attacks at every stage, right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's great information. I'd just like to have one more tip in the interest of time.
I just want to add one point of the sorry, Parikshit. I think the phishing, we call the education towards the phishing mails and everything, that should be added on our curriculum, as that Harsh has mentioned, because when we aware that how this attack is going to be happen on my network, if users are aware, okay, boss, I have to check this, check this, check this. And if I know that, no, this is not the actual what I'm expecting, it should be rejected on that initial time. So proactive approach should be there rather waiting for the reactive one.
Thank you. That's great information. I think Sophos is on a growth spree, and it's doing good work. You have all our wishes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I would again like to thank our sponsors, our associate sponsors, Redmi and Sophos, our travel partner, Air Asia, networking partner, Coup, and retail partner, Chroma, for making this beautiful evening possible and helping us celebrate the stories of excellence in education. And now we will move to the next subcategory in the student segment, which is the best use of science and technology. Let us have a look at the nominations.
The nominations for the category of Best Use of Science and Technology are Anashwara Ramesh from Bhavans Adarsha Vidyalaya, Kakanad. Anashwara Ramesh is a new generation environmentalist and believes in doing rather than preaching. Using her interest in science and technology, she developed the Recycle app to solve one of the most significant problems, waste management. Anjali Khokhar from KVA DAV College for Women, Karnal. When the world was busy fighting COVID-19, Anjali Khokhar was doing her research on a fake virus model which was structurally very similar to COVID-19. Her research proved to be of great help for health workers and STEM professionals in spreading awareness to contain the spread of viral infections. Her research proved to be of great help for health workers and STEM professionals in spreading awareness and to contain the spread of viral infections. Nehal Singh from Shri Samarth Vidyalaya and Junior College, Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. Nehal Singh, a 16-year-old innovator, developed 3 key medical innovations to support the healthcare sector and provide quick and economical solutions to the medical requirements of people in remote areas. Ansh Mishra from Sagar Institute of Science, Technology and Research, Bhopal. The hardships faced by the Indian farmers motivated Ansh Mishra to create Titan Tech, through which he intends to revolutionize small area farming. His innovation, the Smart Mini Tractor, has the potential to help small-scale farmers increase their yield in cultivation of fruits and vegetables.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner is...
And the winners are Nehal Joshi and Anaswara Ramesh.
Congratulations to Nehal Joshi and Anaswara Ramesh. For presenting the awards, I would request Dr. Madhu Chitkara to kindly come on the stage. Now let me invite Nehal Joshi. Nehal Joshi, we have a video message from Anaswara Ramesh. The second winner.
Hi, my name is Anishwara Ramesh. I'm a 9th grade student residing in Kochi, Kerala. First things first, I was so elated to participate in the Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022 in the student category for best use of science and technology. I always believe that science is not just a mere subject to mug up by heart and learn, but it's a tool to change, to shake the world in your own unique way. True to the words, today I'm here so fortunate to say that yes, I too got an opportunity to play with that same tool which led to an app named Recycle, one step closer to nature. At this moment, I would like to thank each and everyone who made my dream a reality, especially my parents who are the pillars of my success. I would also like to thank the jury members for selecting me as the winner, along with the team of Jagran Josh for hosting an event of this magnitude, paving the path for many more inventions, discoveries and much more that shall come on its way. Last but not the least, I express my sincere gratitude to each and everyone who made this moment memorable by your esteemed presence. To conclude, what we know as humans about our world that we live in is just a drop. What we don't is an ocean. Let's together find it and enjoy the astounding and mind-boggling world of science. I remain. Thank you.
Congratulations, Anaswara. I would request someone from the team to kindly collect the award on her behalf. Nehal Joshi, the other winner.
And the winners are Nehal Joshi and Anaswara Ramesh.
I would request you to kindly accept the award for Nehal Joshi as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next award is for the most promising literary talent. Can we have the nominations, please?
The nominations in the category of most promising literary talent are Amir P. from Panimalar Engineering College, Chennai. Amir constructively utilized his writing skills and penned down 13 thought-provoking books in 2 years, to which all generations can relate to. He continues to inspire many more people on social media through his optimism and positive outlook towards any given situation. Sauhardya De from Vidyasagar Shishu Niketan, Midnapur. Sauhardya De aspires to bridge the gap between the ancient and the present era by exploring literary arts and revitalizing them through the medium of literature. He has been able to attract the interest of the youth towards ancient cultural studies through his writings about art and history. Divyansha Kirola, the Indian High School, New Delhi. Divyansha Kirola is certainly inspiring her fellow students and motivating them to put pen to paper and bring their imagination alive. She has written a fantasy fiction titled Elements, The Lost Medallion, and plans to continue writing many more in the series.
And let us have a look at the winner.
And the winner is Sauhardya De.
A big round of applause for Sauhardya De. Congratulations, Sauhardya. award for tonight, Student Ambassador Popular Choice. Nominations, please.
The nomination for Special Award Popular Choice are Ishan Gupta, MBBS student from AIMS, New Delhi. During the pandemic, Ishan Gupta embarked on a mission to understand COVID-19 and its impact on the human body. He conducted and published research papers on various topics related to COVID-19, which helped the policymakers and the healthcare workers in handling the situation better. Krishna Sapru, student of KC Public School, Jammu. Krishna Sapru launched a mental health awareness initiative, Maunitva Nirakaran, which gives a safe space to youngsters suffering from any kind of mental health issue. He also plans to launch an educational program for children from poor and marginalized areas to guide them about mental health and hygiene in slum areas. Mudit Pathak from Shaheed Bhagat Singh Evening College, University of Delhi. Mudit Pathak is helping the financially weak college-going youth by providing them part-time jobs and internships so that they can learn, earn and grow. His event management firm Plan It For You empowers the youth by giving them corporate exposure and practical knowledge. Riyad Maroof Hassan from Shiksha Valley School, Dibrugarh, Assam. Appreciated by many organizations, Riyad Maroof Hassan has helped ignite the young minds through his venture Clipper Media House, which promotes child empowerment and works towards creative and educational growth among the children through audio and video-based learning.
Well, there are two winners in this category, and let us see who these winners are.
And the winners are Mudit Pathak and Ishan Gupta.
Congratulations, Ishan Gupta and Mudit Pathak. I would request you to kindly come on the stage and collect your award. Congratulations. Collect the other award as well. Yeah, you. Congratulations once again for Ishan. Asha, Ishan is there. Come, Ishan. The stage is all yours. A well-deserving work you have done. Congratulations and thank you so much, Dr. Chitkara. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Rajesh Upadhyay, Editor-in-Chief, Jagran New Media. And before that, let me give a brief introduction about Mr. Upadhyay. Rajesh Upadhyay is a senior journalist with more than 20 years of robust experience in mainstream journalism. Currently, he is the Editor-in-Chief and Vice President at Jagran New Media. Before joining Jagran New Media, he has had a successful innings spanning a decade at the Bhaskar Group as editor. In the past, he has also been associated with HT Media, where he led their Hindi website, Hindustan, as an editor. He is a postgraduate in journalism and mass communication and is... आइए आप ही का मंच है आइए
Thank you so much. शुक्रिया. धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करने से पहले मैं एक अर्ध चौपाई आपके साथ प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूँ. तुलसी साथी विपत्ति के विद्या विनय विवेक, यानी आपातकाल में मुसीबत के समय विद्या सर्वोपरि है, सर्वश्रेष्ठ है. और ये बताते हुए मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता हो रही है. काल आया विपदा काल आया,
तो हमारे शिक्षकों ने, शिक्षाविदों ने, छात्रों ने सर्वश्रेष्ठ कर दिखाया। शिक्षण को बहुत बेहतर तरीके से, इनोवेशन से तरीके ढूंढे, स्तुत्य कार्य किया, सराहनीय कार्य किया। तो आइए तालियों के साथ हम उन सबका एक बार फिर से धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करें। और आज का ये कार्यक्रम आप लोगों के लिए इसीलिए था, तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत आभार आपका। माननीय मंत्री जी आए थे, उन्होंने बहुत प्रेरक उद्गार दिए, उनका भी हम आभार व्यक्त करते हैं, श्री अजय भट्ट जी का। इससे पहले अन्नपूर्णा देवी जी जो हमारी शिक्षा राज्य मंत्री हैं, उन्होंने भी हमें संदेश भेजा, उनका भी आभार है। आभार हमारे जूरी मेंबर्स का भी, जिनकी अथक मेहनत से सारे एक से एक टैलेंट यहाँ निकल के आए, बहुत धन्यवाद। साथ ही हमारे विजनरी सीईओ भरत गुप्ता, CRO सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट गौरव अरोरा, आपका भी धन्यवाद, जिनकी ये परिकल्पना थी जिस वजह से हम लोग सब आज इकट्ठे यहाँ हो सके। मैं अपने साथी जो जोश के कंटेंट हेड हैं परीक्षित भारद्वाज, हमारे AVP विशाल, AVP मिस्टर कपूर, नरेंद्र कपूर, GM सुयस, इनका भी आभारी हूँ, जिन्होंने रात दिन मेहनत करके इस कार्यक्रम को संयोजा, संवारा। और साथ साथ मैं एक चीज़ और कहना चाहता हूँ, हमारे एक सीनियर साथी, सीनियर एडिटर अनुराग, विवेक, उनका भी आभार है जो उन्होंने हमें साथ दिया बहुत समय निकाल के। एक चीज़ मैं जो आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ और जो निवेदन है मेरा इस धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करने के साथ साथ, कि देखिए कार्यक्रम तो हम लोग हर साल करते हैं, लेकिन इससे बेहतर होने के लिए, हम सबको बेहतर होने के लिए ज़रूरी है कि हम कोलैबोरेशन करें और अपने सुझाव जरूर दें। आप हमारे पास आए, हमने आपके पास पहुँचे, आप तक पहुँचे, लेकिन हमने क्या सीखा, आपसे हम क्या सीख सकते हैं, अगर हम ये शेयर करेंगे निश्चित रूप से हम अगले साल और बेहतर करेंगे। बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत शुक्रिया, नमस्कार।
थैंक यू। राजेश जी आपसे मेरा अनुरोध है कि आप मंच पे रुकें और जो अगला एक स्पेशल अवार्ड है मोस्ट प्रेफर्ड एयरलाइंस बाय स्टूडेंट्स, जो कि जाता है हमारे ट्रैवल पार्टनर्स एयर एशिया को, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आप ये अवार्ड प्रेजेंट करें। Someone from the Air Asia, please kindly come up on the stage and receive the award for the most preferred airline by students. Partners for tonight, Air Asia, the most preferred airlines by students. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we have come to the end of the second season of Jagran Josh Education Awards 2022. It was indeed our pleasure to host you all for the occasion. We are indeed indebted to all of you for making it a huge success. I, on behalf of Jagran Josh and Jagran New Media, extend our heartiest gratitude to the eminent guests for their august presence. Special mention to our chief guest, Honorable Minister Mr. Ajay Bhatt, our eminent jury members, Mr. Bharat Gupta and Mr. Parikshit Bhardwaj for your keynote address. And everyone in the audience who attended this event so patiently, we are grateful to you and the sponsors, our associate sponsors Redmi and Sophos, our travel partner Air Asia, our networking partner Ku, retail partner Chroma for making this occasion so very special. This platform has indeed bridged our distances which were caused by coronavirus situation and brought all of us together on board. We will meet next year to celebrate the excellence in education once again. Till then, I bid you all a very good night. Take care. But before leaving, there is a delicious dinner waiting for all of you. Thank you. Good night.